IRC Super Season 6. And my goodness me, what a super season it has been as well. Unfortunately, all good things must come to an end, and tonight is the final race of 2019 for IRC, believe it or not. Incredible stuff, isn't it? As we're also approaching the most wonderful time of the year, apparently. Albeit, well, it is for me, because it's nice and cold. There's no sunshine around, so I'm allowed to go out safely without getting burnt. So yeah, absolutely loving that, and of course Christmas as well. Yeah, brilliant stuff indeed. Looking forward to seeing what Father Christmas can bring me, because I think I've been a good boy this year. Well, it depends on your point of view, but I think I have, and I'm sure I deserve a lot of presents. Anyway, enough about that. Let's get on with the racing, shall we? Of course, Abu Dhabi then. Yas Island, of course, a very modern circuit. I've got to say, it's incredible facilities around here, isn't it? Brilliant stuff as well. 5.5 kilometers of the circuit length is, and well, we are not expecting the intermediates or wets tonight, that's for sure fact. So it'll be soft, medium and hard compound standard as it has been throughout the other races, but this time we're using the C5, C4 and C3 compounded tires then. And yeah, so now we're gonna get down in dirty, ain't we, here in Yas Marina? And I look forward to this one. This is gonna be fantastic, isn't it? So of course, last night was an absolutely epic way to finish off the Elite season and start season 2 of Elite. Has been brilliant stuff. This season of Super has been absolutely fantastic as well. And Super, the top 3 drivers from Super will get promoted to the Elite League next season. Not that bad. RE Racing and Jonathan Cox as well. So I've got to say, it's been incredible, isn't it? From my point of view, though, that is fantastic stuff, because of course the Elite is gaining 3 superb drivers, but then the Super is going to be wide open next season, isn't it? And yeah, can't wait to see what's happening there. Of course, best wishes to Double tonight, as unfortunately Double will not be racing again, which is such a shame, isn't it, to not see a Double on track again. It is really a shame, because one of the original IRC drivers, he's been in it in the long haul, isn't he? He's like well, he's like one of Ricardo Patrese, isn't he? He's just he's been like ever present, hasn't he? And Barry Keller as well. He's a consistent performer, isn't he? So yeah, it's a shame Double's not in tonight. I hope you get well, Double. I'm looking forward to seeing you back on the track in Melbourne, Australia in January, hopefully. So best wishes from Double. And of course, then just quickly lean over and seeing what's going on in the comments. We've got Sprint. Evening, Sean. Good evening, Sprint. I'll be doing well. So I've got to say, Sprint, a very impressive driver. Look forward to see what he'll be doing his first full season next season. Really done a very sterling job since arriving on the scene. And also we've got John Cox saying, good evening, Sean. Bad day at work and in personal life, but get ready to get racing. Yeah, it's unfortunately the real world out there is can be a bit naff sometimes. But the beauty about IRC, the beauty about online league racing is you can put all that well, you know, real life stuff to one side and enjoy yourself for 2 hours tonight. And it is great to have your company along for the ride. Brilliant stuff indeed. And yes, indeed, Liz, we're just watching Sprint, who is actually sprinted out of the pit lane now, and we have got 19 drivers then going to be tackling this. Well, the Yas Island circuit there. You can see the unique feature about this circuit, as you can see, we go under the first corner in the tunnel, and I've got to say, I can't believe in 10 years there's not been a crash in there. I'm yeah, a bit disappointed by that. I suppose it's like Singapore as well, isn't it? You get a lot of vibes, don't you? You get a lot of concern about you know, like for example, in Singapore they were concerned about a wet weather race, wasn't they? And of course it took until 2017 to get a wet race. So we haven't had a big old smash around here yet, have we? And of course, Double has joined us in the commentary box then. So Double, how's it going? Oh no. Oh, sorry. Well, that's a shame. Because I would have liked to have your expert analysis in this one. But yeah, it's great to talk to you today, Double. So yeah, I hope you enjoy the race then, as you'll be sat alongside me, hopefully for the duration of this race then. Sprint then is just coming down the back straight at the moment, and then he is on DRS as well. There's 2 DRS around here as he comes by the support paddock here. I must say, I'm really out of breath. It's because I had to literally run upstairs. I had a quick, you know, some tea. I had lush pasta today. My goodness me, I was wolfing that down. Mind, I got to say, it was not very salty. I was a bit of an animal there. I got, you know. Well, I'm a bit of an animal at the dinner table anyway. So yeah, can't really say too much about that. coming out of turn 19 then sprinters, and now we're coming into turn 20 and 21 sprinters. We've got Lucas saying good evening again, Sean. Yeah, Lucas is also I think that Lucas, I read somewhere, is making an appearance. Let me have a look. There he is. He's in the Haas, and of course he's also in it. So we've got a couple of debutants here tonight then, so it's a bit of an end of season feel tonight, isn't it? We have T Sammy there, of course, who's dipping his toe into the life of Super. So let's see what he can do as well. We've also got Lucas, as we mentioned as well. We've got Dan Murphy making a return as well. My goodness me, and he looks pretty in pink tonight, doesn't he? And it'd be good to see what he can do as well as sprinters coming down the back straight. Yeah, so double. I got what is your overall reaction of the season been this season? I said that you've had one podium in your incredible IRC career, been literally ever present in every single season. How is this one compared to the last 5? Yeah, why not? Come and have a chat with us. Oh, no worries. Oh, that's wonderful stuff to hear, Double. Great stuff. So Double just coming to say hello, and of course it's great to have Double in the comments box as well. So yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing you back on track tomorrow. I wish next season, Double. So hope you get well soon, mate. And I really look forward. Yes, and you as well. I hope you can have the best one you can, mate. And yeah. Hope you feel better soon. No, unfortunately not. But well, the beauty about I'm sure you can move Christmas, so can't you? And because I would. But yeah, I hope it goes well, Double. Yeah, see you in a bit, mate. So it's great to have Double in the country box. Actually, that's incredible. So I must admit, I haven't been in a party with Double in a very long time. When I first made my debut here, actually in season 4 of RC. I think I was in a Haas or something. I remember just cruising around the back for ages because I was really slow. T Sammy is out of qualifying already, so we have lost already one driver here, and that is not good at all. JJ in the Red Bull tonight, so JJ there is decided not to. He's cut ties with the Haas team, but he's gone to Red Bull then, so that's interesting as well. Remember, the Super Draw is taking place this Saturday, which is going to be presented by Matt, and I think he's got his assistant of Steve with him as well. Of course, they did the draw last season, didn't they? And we are expected. We're expecting some fireworks in the draw on Saturday as well, which is good stuff indeed. Dave did a phenomenal job of the draw last night, and really, it was really well presented as well. And so I think Matt might have a bit of pressure there, but I'm sure it'll be just as good. Or yeah, it will be just as good, I reckon, no doubt about that. And Hogger has got set. It looks like he's got the steering wheel on the back of the rear axle there. And he's just struggling to get that car turned around. And as Jonathan just said, can't hear Double. Yeah, I think Double just had his didn't want to be heard. He just wanted to come and say hello, and of course good wishes there to Double, and yeah, hopefully really hopefully Double will be back on the grid next season, hopefully, and yeah, it'd be good to see Double in fine health again. And of course we're on board then with Sven at the moment. He is in the Haas and coming down the back straight, and the season feel it's not, of course, a Double. Sorry, I've got Double on the brain now. Not that bad. They come through turn 19, then he got a bit of traffic in front of him. That's a Red Bull, and now he flicks it into turn 20, and JJ there, I think it was JJ, just get out of the way there. Of course, Murphy got a 5-place grid penalty last night for well, basically playing on the apron there, wasn't he? I think to be honest, so it was a very difficult place, isn't it? They fly around the final couple of corners, don't they? T Sandwich just said, I didn't crash, I just want to start last. Good evening, everyone. So T Sammy there wants to have the first challenge, does he? Fantastic stuff indeed then. So yeah, watch T Sammy there in the orange McLaren fly through the field, that is. He is replacing Harry tonight, and of course got a couple of the super drivers that not here tonight, unfortunately, but they are recharging their batteries, getting ready for next season. I'm looking forward to as well. Woody's up fast at the moment with Hog alongside him. That's the front show at the moment. On board Sven then as he comes through, and I almost lost my voice, like, my goodness me. Whoa, Sven there straggling the curb, comes around the final corner now. Let's see what he can do then. It's a 38 so far. That moves on to 4th position. Good stuff. Matt there has come across the line there as well, and he's just about to start starting. I wonder if he invalidated as well. There's a snap there. There's a lot of configuration around this track, isn't it? Snap, I think, has visited the wall somewhere. My guess will be out of turn 3. But yeah, there's a lot of configurations around here, isn't there? So Snap obviously choosing the his preferred configuration. Here comes Fizzy coming through the support, coming by the support pits now, and coming down into the second chicane. Then, as you can see that, oh, and I think that might be a quarter cut there. Murphy there, great to see him back in the Super. Remember Murphy, he drove one race this season, which was back in Bahrain. He finished second, I think, in the Mercedes. And he did a very sterling job there as well, Murphy did, and he is back here tonight as a guest appearance, driving car 14. Not that bad there, a 36 free there. Not that bad, and Murphy are going to be competitors on the track next season as we watch Mercedes getting wheeled back in. Then Lucas is flying around as well in the Haas. I got to say, Lucas had a phenomenal race last night. What could have been there, I would say that was his best race of the season. Of course, I will never forget Hungary. That was a brilliant race there from Hungary from Lucas. But last night, I think it was really good as well. Me and Dave was getting really into it, weren't we? And it was a phenomenal race. Jorg got a incredible win there. Lucas has done a 35.8 there on the medium compound tires. My goodness me, that's just blown the guys out of the water. My goodness. I think that wow. I think Lucas might have to slow down a bit there. I mean, incredible stuff. Brown goes 7th fastest. Steve goes 6th fastest in the Williams. And who was that? Oh my goodness me! Not that bad in the Red Bull. Is it going side by side, going down the back straight here? Of course, there's two Darsons right here. Jonathan Cox has done a 35.6 there. Jonathan Cox there, also saying he's on a bit of a rubbish day at work. So hopefully this will brighten up his day. Of course, in the Ferrari there, I think all these drivers. Of course, Jonathan Cox will be driving this car next season, the Mercedes there, and Murphy has done a 35.3 there, so you can see that the guy has incredible times here so far, fantastic. But as we're on board Fizzy then, I love that helmet. It's a brilliant helmet, isn't it? Yellow flagging free. I think it's just someone just backing up and getting themselves going again. It's wonderful to have all you guys watching here tonight. We like to have your opinions on who is going to get pole position, but not on that. Who is going to be knocked out of Q1? We know T Sammy is, but T Sammy wants to last the first challenge, doesn't he? I wonder, is that a trophy? I don't know. It used to be. Didn't it used to be a trophy way back when? Possibly. Anyway, as Fizzy comes across the line, and what does he do? He goes 8th fast at the moment in the Renault. Good stuff from car 14 then. JJ there is on a 42 at the moment, so it's whoa, flying through turn 2 there. My goodness me, not leaving nothing on the table there, JJ, and it sounds just like me as well. I never leave anything on the table or on my plate either. So JJ there is we're going to just keep an eye on JJ as he's coming now down. I think that's just turn 7. He's coming out of now and down the back straight then. So there's two DRSons around here. Dave made a very good point last night actually about this circuit. Of course, there's a lot of drivers that are not fans about this circuit. And I can kind of see why. As you can see there, JJ demonstrating the unique thing about that straight. It curiously loses a lane for some unknown reason, but so you have to be a bit more in the middle there, doesn't it? Which is a bit unnatural for drivers, isn't it? Because they like to go to the edge of the track as much as they can, so they can straighten up the corner. Look at what JJ does here. Look at how much width he gives for that corner there, because he reduces the steering angle, doesn't he? And look at that there. It's like wrestling a bear, isn't it? As they come over the curbs there. And you can see then as the sun starts to dip in the sky then, as we are going to be going into dusk in a few moments time then. And JJ now coming under the beautiful hotel there. God said that looks incredible at night, doesn't it? Now then as it comes into turn 19 then, and now then as he flicks it into turn 20, now into 21. What does JJ do then? This is the last corner. He is driving for I think he's replaced Dave for tonight then, just for one night only, and he is 12th fastest. JJ is, well, it might not be for one night only because he might be driving that car next season. Remember, the draw is this Saturday, and I don't think I've seen the time yet. I hope a time hasn't been released, otherwise I might be in a bit of trouble. Yeah, I really need to learn to well, as you've said all through the season now, I really need to learn to write down what important information, because there's like the qualifying bands as well. I completely forget about them as we get into the qualifying session as well. Asdog goes 4th fast, man. I've got to say, Asdog's had a really good season, hasn't he? He's had everything but the win this season. He's had 3 pole positions, Asdog has. And I think that some of the strategy calls earlier on the season possibly might have cost him race wins, possibly. And 2 Haas's there, Lionel Stern coming out of the pits then. So Sven and Lucas there are very tight together. So I wonder if they're talking about giving each other a tow perhaps, and that'll be interesting, wouldn't it? 5 and 3/4 minutes to go in this session. at the moment in the drop zone is PB, is Penny as well. We've also got Snap there, but Snap is venturing on the track. We've also got Sprint out on track at the moment, and he's starting to start. Let's go on board with Sprint as he flicks through turn 2 and turn 3. There's a Ferrari job for Cox there. I'm wondering if that's a tracking. That is a track. Yeah, he went too far over the curve there, and Sprint there was 3 tenths of a second up as well. Of course, the track evolution around here is quite steep, so yeah, you really want to be out there with not much time to go. I think it was last night. Well, I can't remember. It was someone in the Red Bull. Who was it? Oh gosh, you're going to be screwing me in the comments now. But a great final lap there from one of the Greek drivers. I think it was Stan, wasn't it? He had an incredible lap, didn't he? Pulled out the bag. He was within 10th of a second of Jacob, which is a known easy feat it does itself. Is it? Let's go on board Snap then, and he comes out of the hairpin now, and he's down the back straight. Snap is. DRS right on the money there, and that's what we like to see from Snap. I got to say, as we are at the end of the season, and I got just to have a review of some driver season. I think the Snap has done a phenomenal job, but I think in terms of the championship points he's accumulated over the season, he's got 58, which is a lot more than he had last season. But I think the Snap might be looking back, and there are some missed opportunities. Well, he might think that. Probably not, to be honest. I think that Snap enjoys his racing, doesn't he? More than anything else, really. And there's a yellow flag in front of Snap mode. But yeah, Snap. I think Snap enjoys his racing, doesn't he? More than anything else. And perhaps he might look back a bit disappointed. But possibly he could have had a couple more better results. But overall, I think he's done a fantastic job. Sprint there, just going a bit wide there in turn 3. That's what all the yellow flags are fluttering for at the moment. I've got to say, Mads is in a bit of trouble there, down in 12th position. So is JJ Jonathan there, just getting out of the way there, is just staying out of Snap's way. Snap is in the drop zone at the moment. He's on a 40. Can he sneak himself into a 39? This is the final corner. Lovely bit of throttle control there. Snap gets himself into a 38 there. That's a lot of time that Snap has gained there, and I think his first effort was probably he probably had a lot of time in his bag after his first effort. Here comes Sprint now. We're back on board Sprint. Take 2. 3.5 minutes to go. Now we flick it through turn 3 then. This can be a very perilous turn. Drop out wide there, and you have a big old mighty smash there. Look in front of us. That's a Ferrari in front of us there, and that was Snap there. I think it was John Cox who was held up there. And now then there's a Sprint now coming down the back straight. Of course, Ocon and Verstappen had a bit of a clash there, didn't they, in 2018? Well, it wasn't a clash, it was more of an overtake, really. But yeah, it's yeah, it was I think it was a bit of a return, wasn't it? JJ has left the session now. Hopefully JJ will come back in the session very soon, the Red Bull driver. And because he's at the moment 13th currently in the standards, and that is safe enough to progress in the Q2. We are aiming to lose at 16th to 19th. T Sammy has already bowed out of it, and we've got a racing point right in front of us here, and that is not good at all there. Oh my goodness me, and that is not good. And well, I've got to say, Sprint has got a car of steel there, and the man of steel is Sprint there, is not getting any damage at all, but I think that might have held him up there, Sprint. And of course he is under the cosh there, and that is not good at all there for a hog in the race point. Yellow flags all over the show at the moment. Oh, another lovely shot of the Ferrari there, and I think that was Jordan, I think. And now then, so Jordan there is just seeing if he can improve his time, and Sprint has gone completely wide into turn 20. And he's got and he's also missed turn 21 as well. That's also going to compromise his start of the next lap as well there, Sprint. And well, he's gained 9/10 of a second there, and now he's just getting on the way. Then he hasn't got time to come back in the pits there, because he needs to get himself sorted. Sprint is out of qualifying. So what about Penny then? Penny has got himself up to a 38.2 at the moment, and Sprint now just pulling off to one side. Snap coming around the front corner. He's going to have another gun now. PB traditional. He's not far qualified, is he, PB? So I think he just likes to chill, and I hope he's watching the stream. I hope he's enjoying the stream, as PB is in the Alfa Romeo. And to be honest, it's going to be great to see likes of JJ, likes of PB, likes of Hog, and Woody as well, all having a proper fist in the championship next season. And as Penny there just trying to warm up his tyres. Penny's had a stop-start season, hasn't he, this season? And of course, it'd be great to see Penny there really have a good old go in season 7, and of course another RRC veteran in his own right, Penny is, and I think he'll be alongside Matt to do the draw on Saturday as well. And as you can see at the moment he's in 16th, and I wonder if he might be happy to see the back of the McLaren this season. Not enjoyed one of his best seasons, Penny hasn't. because I think he had a really good season last season. I thought with the Sauber team, him and Double was a good class act, I got to say, in the Sauber team. So that'll be one of my dream lineups for next season, having Double and Penny back together. Anyway, but Penny, then I think there is just really throwing it against the wall here. Hopefully not literally, and hopefully he can get something going in. He's coming around turn 99 course, so we've had a couple of interesting crashes around turn 90 as well. As Penny there is also just pulled off the track there, and a beautiful shot of the Tech Pros there. As we're going to join at Snapdown, so at the moment, Penny, I think, if what's he doing? I think Penny is out of qualifying. He is out of qualifying. That's a shame there. PB is also out of qualifying. While T-Sam is out. What about Snap? He comes through the final corner, and he's up in the 15th. And so Snap is through by the skin of his hair, or the skin of his teeth, or I don't know, by a whisker. That would do. And he is now up into 15th position. And a good stuff there from Snap. He just needs to get the car back in one piece, doesn't he? And oh my goodness me! And of course, Alonso injured his back there in 2013, didn't he? When he drove over that part of the circuit. Cool. The end of 2013 was a bit odd, wasn't it? Of course, Kimi Räikkönen had to miss the last 2 races because of back injuries as well, didn't he? Or as apparently, anyway. Matt comes across the line and he goes into 11 fast there on a 36.8. Then these times are incredibly close out there. I mean, look at the Toro Rosso, guys. 300 a second separates the 2 guys out. That is very nip and tuck, isn't it, to say the least? So yeah, this is going to be very, very tasty, isn't it? That is only the first part of qualifying, everyone. So we've got 2 more parts to go. Murphy is top of the timesheets at the moment, top of the tree, and I think he looks good up there, doesn't he? And Murphy does. And well, I could throw in a Christmas joke in there as well. Well, not a Christmas joke, more of a Christmas statement, really. And he's the star at the top of the tree. Murphy is, of course, remember, he was ever present last time, wasn't he? Last season in Super. This season, though, he has made the step up to elite, and I gotta say, he's done a fantastic job, hasn't he? And it's a Snap there, really there. He is not. I gotta say, I don't think he's keen on this track layout either, is he? He took everything but the track layout there. And just taking a quick look, and T-Sam is saying, I've done the first to last challenge in the past. I managed to step on the podium, 3rd position in Germany. Oh, so can he go 1 better or even 2 better and get a win tonight? That'd be fantastic, wouldn't it? I know Jonathan Cox saying, me and Lucas, oof, indeed it was nip and tuck, wasn't it? That is getting a qualifying one. And let's just take a look to see who unfortunately didn't make the grade in Q2. T Sammy 19th on the grid, 18th is PB, but that's a trademark for PB, isn't he? He's very much relaxed, isn't he? Penny unfortunately dropped out in 17th position, and Sprint in 16th position as well, also dropping out. He got held up by Hogg quite poorly, didn't he, down the back straight, unfortunately. And now we're going to Q2, but before we go into Q2, let's take a quick look at the standing, shall we, for the championship. Of course, we all know, not that bad. Clinched the title back in the last race in Brazil, which is not a full race this week. And of course, Brazil was a bit of a slow burner, wasn't it? It had some action at the beginning and the end. I think the middle part was had a bit of a dry spell, didn't it? But overall, it was a very tense race. As far, wasn't it? But in that race, not that bad. Is season 6 world champion. Brilliant stuff from Not That Bad. Got to say, he's been phenomenal, hasn't he? Wonder what would have happened though if RE Racing had a full season, a full fist at it, because he did debut in Azerbaijan, didn't he, a couple of races into it, but then and I think he missed a couple, didn't he, before coming full time in Canada. But RE Racing second moment, and that is a good old battle between RE Racing and John Cox for a second at the moment. With RE Racing not racing tonight, John Cox has got a golden opportunity to maybe get runner-up here, the coveted runner-up spot as well, which is exactly what he wants, isn't it, the British Italian driver. Matt is in 4th position as a stand, but there's an almighty scrap, isn't there, between Arnsdog and Matt for that 4th position, and also a bit of pride on the line there as well. Timmy is heading up battle for 7th position. There's 5 points separating himself and Fizzy, with Steve not too far back either, just a further 7 points back. That is 7th, 8th and 9th at the moment. Dave is in 10th position at the moment. I don't Snap will need an almighty result to overtake Dave. I don't think he can anyway, mathematically. And then, but after that, I think Harry's not ready to start. Nor is Double. Woody can could jump in front of Double and up to 13th position. Sven could potentially, if he gets a good result, could also jump into 13th as well. It's very tight there. Brown at further 10 points back there. One of you can improve. Penny is on 17 points at the moment, joint with Sprint. Hogg is on 14 points. PB 9. JJ on 7. Hopefully, he'll return back to the session in a not too distant future. So as we come down the back straight, then in terms of season stats, then of course, then this is the final qualifying session here. Not that bad. Will be the man with the most race wins this season with 8 race wins. Incredible stuff. And 21 races, not bad as that 8 wins. That is phenomenal stuff. Second half of the season hasn't been as impressive as the first half, has it? But I think it does. It's a bit like Jensen Button, wasn't it, in 2009? He done the job in the first half. Second half, he just needed to see it out, didn't he? And it was very close to watching, though. Very, very tense. Jonathan Cox has 5 race wins with RE Racing 5 wins. Then Dave and Matt have 1 race win each. In pole positions standings, here is the man who has who's got 7 pole positions. I got to say, can he make it 8 tonight? And now be joined top with Jacob, of course, who's also on 8 as well. Both of them to a teammates next season elite. My goodness me, they got some fast qualifiers the Mercedes have next season. One of there's going to be a lot of front row lockouts there. Jonathan on the medium compound tires, he's flicking through turn 1 and 2. Lovely done indeed. RE Racing on 5 pole positions, 3 pole positions for Asdog. He hasn't had a pole position since Monaco, Asdog hasn't. I hope that's something to build on as well. Not that bad, only 2 pole positions this season. That's incredible, isn't it? And then Matt has also had 2 pole positions, well, of course, in China, and that phenomenal lap in Silverstone as well. Brilliant lap there. And Timmy also on pole position as well. Again, another cracking pole position back in Canada. In terms of podium stats, this list not that bad there. Once again, on top of that, with 12 podiums, RE Racing with 12 as well. Jonathan on 11. That just shows the top 3, doesn't it? Dave has joined us in the session as well. Then, not that bad has left the session now, so that's interesting. So I'm not sure what's going on here. We've also got Roscoe on 6 podiums, 5 podiums for Asdog, 5 for Steve. Good stuff for Steve and Asdog there. Matt on 4, Timmy 2, Dave 1, and Harry on 1 as well. And the fastest that stats is not that bad with 6 fast stats. 4 for RE Racing, Asdog 3, and then there's a lot of drivers on 1 as well. So it's pretty interesting, the fast lap stats. Remember, fast lap has become very much ever important in this stage of the this season, hasn't it? Because you get point now for fast lap. Jonathan's not concerned about fast lap at the moment. Well, he is concerned about fast lap as he comes into the pits, and so Jonathan is not keen on that lap at all. And I got to say, I was keeping an eye on it. So on this lap, I was also reading out the old stats there. On board with Murphy then. And of course, he had a podium as well earlier on the season, didn't he? He had a podium in Bahrain, and he's also in the pits as well. So just teasing us at the moment, these guys are, and just having a look to see what's going on out there. Hogg is on a lap at the moment. Snap on the back straight. There's Matt also clunking the curves as well. Just taking a look at Brown then is also finishing. But here's Sven. He's coming the first man to post a time. No, he's not, because that lap has been invalidated, so he's going to have to go around again. And Woody then, I think that Woody will not be the first one across the line. Asdog is on a 36.5er on the medium compound tyre. And but both Ferraris are coming in the pits then. So he's lost the front wing there, Woody has. So he's going to have to come back in and get that replaced. Hogg there is coming through then, so Asdog fastest, Brown second. Hogg is coming through the final turn now, and what has he done? He's done a 37.4. My goodness me, look how close those two are then. Hogg and Brown are separated by a whisker. Incredible stuff. Matt is throwing himself into second position at the moment on a 36.8 there in the Toro Rosso, and he is second as it stands at the moment. Just taking a quick look, flicking down then. Steve is on a lap moment. Sven then, who invalidated his first time. You can see then the darkness is starting to take over here in Yas Marina, and this is where the track really becomes alive, doesn't it, in terms of the spectacle. It's absolutely phenomenal, isn't it? As I need to catch up on my comments. My goodness me. RE Racing, good luck to everyone tonight. Of course, RE Racing can potentially finish second today, but I'm sure that John Cox does not want that to happen, does he? He wants to finish second, doesn't he? It's all about pride, isn't it, here? And also we've got John Cox saying invalidated, so his time was invalidated then earlier on, unfortunately, as well. And as we're just watching Sven at the moment, and as we're on board with Sven, not as bad as joined the session. And yep. Anyway, yeah, enough about that, as I just got distracted by the chat. I gotta say, I really need to turn my phone on to do not disturb, isn't it? Sven, they're coming in the pits as well. These, oh my goodness me. I gotta say that a lot of these guys are just really teasing us more. Let's go on board with Fizzy, shall we? As we're now dropping down the hill. He's done a 17.6 in the first set there. You can see that in the top right hand corner of your screen there. Sponsored by Rolex. Oh my goodness me. And that was looking a bit flash there, wasn't it, from Fizzy? As he comes down the back straight, and yellow flag because Sven has left the session, and there's a lot of people leaving the session at the moment. And this is and Penny's left the session as well. So there's all sorts going on there at the moment, isn't there? Maybe I should keep an eye. Maybe I should keep an eye on the chat then, because I could be going off on one here, and something might have gone on. Well, Mo's going off on one, and we're coming down the back straight again then, as Fizzy has. And of course he had a bit of a adventurous opening lap there, didn't he? And now he drops down into the chicane here. Oh, I'm not sure if that invalidated its time there from Fizzy. He's really there pushing on. See, all the time so far have been done on the medium compound tyre, I believe. Let's just take a look. It has been. So no one's thrown a set of softs on. Remember last night we had a lot of drivers on the well, split down the middle, wasn't it? But in the top 10 we had a lot of drivers on the soft tyre. So yeah, I got to say, not really. I tell you what, last night's spectacle was incredible, wasn't it? In terms of the strategy element to it, it was a cracking race to watch, wasn't it? Lucas is throwing a set of soft tyres, hasn't he? And look at him attacking those curbs there. And I got to say, that was a cracking. Oh, that was a cracking visual there from Lucas there. He's thrown it all on the line here tonight. Lucas is the Greek driver, and now then as he comes into the final session, well, Sven is returned to the session. Steve has returned to the top of the timesheets and is is going like a rocket in the Williams. And of course, I think he's had a fantastic season Steve has, hasn't he? And hopefully, and really, there's a lot of drivers next season that I'm really looking forward to as Lucas comes back into the pits. Then, really looking forward to seeing what these guys can do. Fizzy did invalidate his time; he's going to have to go again. Jonathan invalidated his time in the chat, as he said in the chat. Then, so his DRS is wide open as he comes down the back straight, and we'll see what he can do then as. And of course, we've yep, excellent. Well, I've just had a message off LinkedIn, amazing stuff. Anyway, yeah, enough about that in my professional life. Anyway, we're back to this race now, and as he flicks it into the final couple of corners, then it's going into the hotel here. This is a point and squirt section. This is so really it's really I'm not really sure about this section of the track. It's interesting, isn't it? Now though, flicking into turn 20 and 21. Now then, as they come into the final section, what does John Cox does? He comes across the line, and he is fast as on a 35.7, and he wants 8 pole positions this season. He wants to be tied with Jacob, doesn't he? There's a lot of pride in that for Mercedes team next season. Snappers retired from the session, and I don't think he's gone. Into the scenery. I think he's just called it a day, hasn't he? Fizzy hasn't called it a day. Car 14 flicking it into the final. Into turn 20. This is the final corner, turn 21. Lovely shot again there from the Renault car. It's beautiful, isn't it? And Fizzy there again invalidated his time. Then he's got 6 minutes to go. Then hasn't he? Here's Murphy. That really pedal to the metal there, isn't it? And Murphy is the man at the moment. Yellow flag in 2. We'll see. We'll have a look to see what's going on in just a few moments. Fizzy there in sector 1. But we want to keep an eye on Murphy's time here. Here is Murphy. They're coming through the final corner now. This is the last corner from Dan. And you can see his fuel light's flashing, but he's absolutely judged up to perfection. A 35.6 there from Murphy. And that's a very, very strong time indeed, isn't it, from Murphy? Because it's an alright time actually, isn't it? But I was more impressed about the ERS management there. That was a fantastic. Isn't it? He ran out of ERS, just he got to the line there in brilliant fashion indeed there. So yeah, well done to Murphy. Impressive stuff indeed. Not that bad there. Almost going into the wall there. We had a couple of drivers going to the wall there last night doing the Elite League, and not that bad. They're running very wide indeed. Then here is our champion, and what is he going to do? He cuts across the line, and he goes second fastest. Not that bad there. I think I would say that his Achilles heel is probably qualifying, isn't it? But my goodness me, if you can race like this man, if he races like this man races, then qualify. It's not important, is it? It might be important next season though for not that bad with him driving in the elites there, but because it's going to be up a level as well. But this Super League is going to be another level as well. It's getting it's getting super serious now, isn't it? And guys, Fizzy comes into the pits, and so he is done with that. He's thinking validated as that twice there. They're not looking too comfortable there, Fizzy. On board, Lucas. Flick it out of turn 1, yellow flags in front of us. Go through turn 3, a sweep in turn 3. Now into the sweeping left of turn 4, I think it was. Now as they drop downhill, a bit of a Mickey Mouse section here of turn 5 and 6 then before going into turn 7. And straight in front of us, it's Ferrari world. But of course, Lucas is not going to be too interested in that then. Well, technically he might be, because I think he'll be driving the Ferrari next season, won't he? Toward the Ferrari, there's a car in front of us, and DRS, well, he's going for the slipstream there. And I think every little helps, isn't it? as they come down the back straight. And yes, I have been to Tesco today. And now coming then into turn 8 and 9 then, of course, again another Mickey Mouse section then. But if you get this chicane right, as Ross gets retired from the session, if you get this chicane right, then you have a drag race then coming down into turn 10 and 11 then. We've had some great battling down here, didn't we, last night? And gotta say, it's a tricky overtaking maneuver, isn't it? Here is turn 10 and 11 then. Now into 12 then. And you can see then, of course, 13 is where Grosjean, Webber, and someone else also had coming together there, didn't they? It was a bit messy there, wasn't it? Now flicking it through 14. 15 and then into 16 as well then, and oh wow, that was very close. 3 minutes to go here in this session, and this is going to get very perilous indeed then. Yellow flag in free then, yellow flag in free. What's going on in free? Just taking a quick look. I reckon it's just guys they're just trying to just slowing down a bit. Lucas into the final corner now, and what does he do? And that's fast as on a 34.9 there for Lucas there. Car 22 there, the Greek driver, loving life out there at the moment. Here comes his teammate, here's Sven, and he is down the back straight as well. Then of course Sven, a former Red Bull driver, and now he is driving the Haas team as well. And John and Fun, as I said, pretty satisfied with lap only 10th off Dan Murphy. Of course, them two will be directly in competition next season, along with not that bad John Cox. The top 4 are going to be an elite next season, isn't it? That's incredible stuff. So see, at the moment is the top super driver for next season. Interesting stuff. I know Johnny Cox said, "Go T Sammy and Lucas." So yeah, John Cox there. Johnny Cox there. Of course, cheering on the 2 Greek men. At the moment, T Sammy there is just chilling out at the moment. And so he'll be looking forward to the race in the not too distant future, which is coming up straight after this qualifying. So that's the beauty about IRC, is that we have qualifying and the race on the same day, isn't it? A bit like Japan. Sven is in Valley, someone's going to have to go again. So we're going to stick with Woody at the moment. He is in the drop zone. There are 14 cars that we are aiming to lose here. At the moment the cut-off time is actually Brown on a 37.4 at the moment. That is, I think, achievable with the track about to wrap up. And now then, we've also got Yor there as well in the comments as well. Welcome Yor, of course, an incredible drive last night, wasn't it? 2-time race winner in RC. Of course, who can forget one of the best races ever, that Belgium race. Incredible stuff, wasn't it? I gotta say, it's one of the best races you'll ever see. Brilliant stuff, of course, last night. Lovely done indeed. Here comes Woody. This looks like a lovely final couple of corners, and he goes 8 fast at the moment. He has slot himself back in there. He is in there at the moment. He's going to have a cool off lap. Well, he ain't going to be able to have a cool off lap, is he? He needs to go for it. Brown there coming through the final turn as well. Then let's see what does. His urge is right up, but that looks good. It's great. It's 5th position there for Brown, and he is now right smack bang in the middle of the top 10. Hoggers just started. I think that was Matt just starting out. 50 flying through that cracking 70. We're still going to join Sven. Look at this. So he is losing hers quite quickly now. Of course, the electric recovery system, he is losing hers now. He comes down there into turn 16 and 17. John has retired from the session. He is happy with that, and well as well he should be there now. Then, oh, lovely shot of under the hotel there. Cracking stuff indeed. Then turn 20, turn 21. Here he comes. And what is car 29 going to do? This is the final corner. Yellow flags are floating. Sven doesn't care. He's done a 37.9 then for Sven. I don't think he needs to charge it. I don't think he's got enough time, unfortunately. Fizzy then. Fizzy's qualified before it's a bit like not that bad. He's qualified before it's not really. It's not really his strength, is it? But my goodness me, his racecraft is absolutely second to none, isn't it? Fizzy is. Can't wait to see what this man could do next season. Matt there is on the cusp of it, so Matt is also out. Woody is still out there as well, but I think Woody is going to call it a day. So it's going to be so Woody is going to feel a bit nervous there. I think Matt needs to get this lap in as well. Hog is done. Hog is out. Snap is out. Sven, I think, is almost certainly out as well. What about Fizzy? On board then with Fizzy as he comes into turn 20 and 21 now. Final corner for the Renault driver. He has run out. He's run out deployment here. This is like a small family car power resource. It doesn't matter. He is 5th fastest. Fizzy. He is through. That means that Matt is really on the cusp now. The man who's in 5th position in the championship. He is battling with Valstog. He is around the final corner now. This is the final corner. Oh my goodness, the back end trying to step out. Doesn't matter. Oh my goodness, Matt is out of qualifying. That is a huge development here in Abu Dhabi. He is out by a 10th of a second from Woody. Wow, that is incredible. That has not gone at all well for Matt. And that is a well, that's our well, we've had a couple of shocks already in this session, but my goodness me, that's a big shock in of itself from Matt. So he's really gonna have a difficult job, isn't he? Still currently in 9th position, but remember, he can better that, can he, in Q3. We have lost in Q2. Starting 11th is Matt, but he can choose his tyre, so that is a blessing in disguise. Snap is in 12th position. He didn't have a gun on the soft tyres, did he, Snap? So I think Snap is quite comfortable in 12th position there. Hog in 13th position, also a man who didn't try out on the soft tyres either. And Sven there, I think his deployment didn't go well, did it? Which is a shame there. And so those are 4 guys that we have lost in Q2 then. Q3 is coming up in just a few moments then, so stick with us. It's going to be fast, it's going to be amazing stuff, isn't it? Let's quickly just check the comment section, shall we? And Johnny Kotz there said, Pamela Cavas, I think that's how I pronounce it. And we've also got Jacob as well saying, come on John. Of course, the 2 teammates, like he said, remember, if John Cox gets pole position tonight, of course he's already got the most pole positions in that Super this season, honestly, with 7 pole positions already. Can he match Jacob and have 8? So the 2 men then who would have 16, well, the 2 men next season have already got 15 pole positions between them. Can he make it 16? That's incredible, isn't it? Incredible stuff. Lucas is fast in Q2 then. Well done to the Greek driver. 6 tenths of a second in front of Murphy, who is second from Ireland there. Not that bad in 3rd position. Our champion in 3rd position. John Cox, the British Italian, is 4th. Fizzy in 5th position with Brown in 6th. Good stuff. Steve 7th. Roscoe 8th. Asdog from Sweden in 9th position. And Woody is in 10th position. We have lost Matt, Snap, Hog and Sven have all bowed out in Q2. Hold on to your hats when Q3 is just around the corner in about 2 seconds time. We've got Broke Gorilla saying good evening, Sean. Good luck to all drivers. John for the win. I gotta say, I think Broke Gorilla is John Cox's biggest fan, isn't he? He's very confident in John. I gotta say, I'm really rubbing my hands with glee for next season and for the elite guys. Well, for elite and super, isn't it? I mean, you look down at on the draw on Saturday. Of course, remember the draw will be live on Saturday, and got to say, all the names are going to be coming out of those coming out of the hat, coming out of the draw, coming off the board. Who knows where the names are going to come off? But it's going to be every name that gets drawn out. It could potentially be a champion. Could be definitely be it almost certainly could be a race winner, but potentially challenging for the championship. We could have so many drivers battling for the championship next season. It's really, I gotta say, the 3 men that have been promoted, congratulations to them, well deserved. But it's opened up an absolutely incredible season next season. Season 7 of IRC Super starts on January the 10th, I believe. So, of course, mark that in your calendars around. Put a big red circle around it in a marker pen. That's what I do. That's what I have done for both Elite and for Super. 9th of January for Elite, 10th for Super. And so that is going to be very tasty indeed. And, of course, so the elite drivers have all been confirmed, and of course I think the website is available now, if I'm not very much mistaken as well. Dave has done a phenomenal job on the IRC website, and it's really that's just going to be growing and getting better and better, isn't it? So all very good stuff indeed. And now as he's coming down the back straight, and John is, see, then at the moment, what are they doing then? All they're doing at the moment is they're just preparing the car, just making sure that they're in the right optimal window. You can see looking down in the bottom left hand side, right hand side of the screen there. John is not doing anything in terms of the ERS. Look at that ERS, it's on 100% now. He's got no ERS at all. Then he is just getting himself primed and ready to go. The British Italian driver. Can he get runner-up this season in IRC? The cover that runner-up spot as well. Remember, of course, all these guys want to win, but my goodness, to be runner-up, it's still an incredible achievement now from the British Italian driver. Remember, this is his first full season, wasn't it? Not a bad already had a season underneath his belt, didn't he? In last season, of course, he finished third in the end behind Blas and Nosey, didn't he? So of course this season he was the all-round favourite, and he has done a phenomenal job. A yellow flag in sector 3 on board John Cox, and let's go on board. You can see now it is proper night time here in Abu Dhabi, and he is now into turn 2 now. So just taking a couple of Jacob go, hey up Todd. We got a bit of bromance in the comments. Jacob was also confirming that we got a win on the cards for John as well. Wow. I gotta say, John is the overwhelming favourite here. So we got the John Cox fan club out there. I gotta say, then the fan club is going to be next season. Going to be almighty, isn't it? In the league, we got the Greeks, we got BP's super fan club, we got Dutch Dave's fan club as well. We've also got Team John Cox as well, and that is going to be great, isn't it? So really nicely done indeed then from John Cox in this lap at the moment. So everyone's on track, but apart from Roscoe, who usually puts one lap in, or he likes to go a bit out of sync from everyone else. There's a Toro Rosso in front of us there. I think that is Brown, as he is the only Toro Rosso in the qualifying. And he might need to think about getting on the way there for John Cox, because the air is going to be proper disturbing them, and that is. It's not ideal for John, is it? And now he's coming up behind there. Brown there is not getting out of the way there. John, I think, has been disrupted there. I don't think he's a happy man at all with that. And that's a bit of a shame there for John. So yeah, Lucas is now coming up behind, and John Cox, let's get out of the way then. So John Cox's first lap has been compromised quite heavily there. And Lucas are giving it all kinds of willy. The final corner now. Let's see what he can do. He is on a 34.9 there, 34.959 there. Not that bad. He's second on a 35.131 there. Asdog is out of qualifying. He is out of qualifying now. Murphy goes second fastest mode. If I get my words out, we're on board there with Woody. He's in the wall. He's in the wall. My goodness me. Asdog is in the wall. We had a couple of guys go in the wall last night. It's very awkward, that corner. If you get a bit of understeer, you're in the wall. It's incredible, isn't it? And that is a shock. Murphy is having in second position. Woody is in fourth position. But Fizzy there has just started out. John is in the pits, and Steve is in it's gone into Asdog. So that's Steve's. I think he's plowed into Asdog there, because Asdog's car is now on the other side of the track, and that has also ruined Steve's lap there as well. Asdog's not going to be very popular in Steve's garage there, but I think I'm sure that I thought he would have ghosted through it there. So that's incredible stuff there from Steve. And my goodness me, that was an eventful first round, wasn't it? Here in Q3, as here comes Brown, and so he is flying through the third sector there, and John is not a happy bunny there, because I think this man on screen at the moment didn't get out of his way there, did he? That's a shame now. T. Sammy's fan club is here, and also a great commentator. Thank you very much there. I'm truly moved by that one. Thanks, guys. But I'm surprised you can understand what I'm saying, to be honest. Especially if anyone's ever watched the Russian Grand Prix. My goodness me. Yeah. Brown, they're coming through the final turn now, and let's see what he's going to do. Then Brown is going to throw himself into fourth position. I've got to say, Brown is looking very strong around here tonight, isn't he? Oh, lovely shot here. Look at that. A bit of a gentle breeze here in Abu Dhabi tonight. Then Fizzy there is just in the final sector, and my goodness me, that's a lot of opposite lock there from Fizzy, isn't it? I've got to say, I do love this new helmet. We also seen someone else wore this helmet last night, didn't they? I do enjoy it. I do love a good helmet, don't I? And Fizzy there coming through the final corner now, and let's see what he could do then. He goes into a 36.8 there for Fizzy in the Renault. So John is out there early there because he wants to get a lap in. Ross is also out on track at the moment as well. As Todd is saying, that was naughty. I think I wonder if he's referring to the block there, which is it was kind of, I think Brown really, I don't think it was a block as such. It was, I think Brown was just trying to get himself composed, get himself ready to go, because he's really in it to win it tonight, isn't he? We've also got Jacob saying, can't wait to have another race here, mate. Because talking about the winter break, which so I gotta say, probably as much as I love winter, because there's no sun around, the only problem is there's not a lot of motorsport on either. I think the Race of Champions might be on now. I don't think I watched last year's All League before. I think the last one I watched was in Wembley. Anyway, Ross is not going to be interested in the Race of Champions at 1 iota. All he's going to be interested is is getting the nail in the perfect lap here. And here is the Scotsman now then, as he flinks it through turn 2 and turn 3 there. We've got to say, the first sector here is pretty good, it is. He's done a 17, but unfortunately it's over. It's only 17 seconds long. 17.3, and the rest of the track is kind of really long straights. Chicane, another long straight. And it's a very long old straight down here as well, isn't it? Now it's out there. It's great to have you all along here tonight. Brilliant stuff as well. I would like to hear what your predictions are for pole position mode. I've got to say that Lucas and Murphy are really neck and neck at the moment, aren't they? We've got our first time pole sitter tonight, are we? In Super, is it going to be Lucas? It's going to be Murphy. Well, not that bad. Can he get a third pole position? Well, what about John? Can he recover after was a bit unlucky on his first lap there? And we're just watching now. Then it's going to be tight, isn't it? Can come in, get a lap in and come back out? That is going to be the question, isn't it? Ross there just breaking down. Look at him dropping down into second gear then. Lovely. Look at that. Playing with the front. Oh my goodness me. I wonder if he invalidated his time there. And he has invalidated his time. He's gone wide. And now he's gone as he's just parked it on the outside there. And he's got out of the way of John. And I think John will absolutely appreciate that. Would actually appreciate that properly. He's running out of fuel there, John is. He's coming into the final section now. It's a bit of a twisty section, this final sector, isn't it? Lovely, lovely over the shoulder shot there of John Cox. Of course, the traditional red and green and white helmet now from the British Italian driver, car 25, and he is carried on. What can he do? A 34.9 is his target. He comes across the line. He's on pole position. An incredible time there from John. Wow, he wants 8. He wants a great 8. And my goodness me, he has thrown the gauntlet down, hasn't he? He's only got 3.5 minutes to go. Can he come in? Can he get a new fresh of tyres? Or was that it? Was that it for John Cox? Or is he going to... he's got a couple of options here, John has. So we'll find out as he goes straight across the chicane then. And yeah, he's not interested in the chicane, of course. Not that bad. Needs to, of course, take that chicane. He is 4th at the moment, not that bad. And I think he's just trying to get the car prepped and ready to go. As and JJ is back in the session. So I wonder if JJ just had a tea break or something. Possibly just just enjoying the sights and sounds of this beautiful Thursday night. Well, I don't think it's that beautiful actually. It was absolutely tipping down earlier. My goodness me. I don't think I expected any rain here in Abu Dhabi tonight. I think that I did read earlier there was a suggestion to throw a bit of rain here in Abu Dhabi. There was a spring in rain, not last year, in 2018, wasn't there? That was the most excitement of that race, Scott, wasn't it? I got to say, I was from when I was in the rain, I was really like pumped up, and I really thought it was going to bucket it down. But that wasn't the case, was it? And that's most of something that race got. Don't worry though, if Elite last night was fantastic, and I'm expecting more of the same from the Super guys. And you can see not that bad there. It's just cruising at the moment, and as he is just, I think he's just getting himself psyched up and ready to go out there. And here we go then. So here we go then. It's not that bad. It's now starting to wind it up. He's out there. He's had a quick go track inspection, hasn't he? And just to see him what to do, what not to do. Not that bad. It's going for 3 pole positions this season. Remember, John Cox has got the most this season with 7. He's 2 in front of RU Racing, who's on 5. Not that bad. He's only got 2. Can he get 3 now? Here we go. We've got just under 2 minutes to go then. Let's go on board then with our champion. Let's enjoy this lap, shall we? Yellow flag and free, but we're going to enjoy this lap first. Then let's just take a look. No, it's all right. I think it's just there's a bit of a I think it's just some backing up there in the sector 3, which of course we seen last night as well. 6,000 of a second is from Not That Bad's personal best time. My goodness me, this man is on the limit, isn't he, at the moment there? Now into turn 7, look at how much steering lock he's got as he has to get out of the hairpin now then, and now he's down. Now he's coming down the first of 2 long back straights here. And you can see that, as you can see, Not That Bad is in the middle of the track again, because look at where is how odd that you lose the lane down there as well. Now into the chicane then of 8 and 9 then. What does he do? The back end becomes so floaty, doesn't it? As he accelerates away. DRS right on the money there. You get a beep in your ear, don't you, when the DRS is available? But Not That Bad. Probably didn't even hear the beep. That was instinct there from the champion. Now as he comes down into turn 11. Turn 10, 11 and 12 then. Not taking too much curve there from Not That Bad. Neat and tidy as always. John Cox has retired from the session then. So it is now down to the final 8 cars. Who is going to knock him off his perch then? Will this man knock him off his perch then? As we're coming into turn 19 now then. He doesn't want to drift too wide. We've seen Asdog in the wall here. My goodness me. That was a close call, wasn't it? From Not That Bad then. Final corner now. Oh, you can see the back end was wanted to go a different way to the front. This is the last corner now. He comes around the final turn and he's done a 34.9 there. He's improved by a 10th of a second, but that wasn't enough. But he is up into 3rd there. Lucas is a 10th of a second up in the boat. Murphy has just started his time then. So it'll be Murphy and Brown are going to be the last 2 men over the line then. Where's Fizzy? Fizzy's in the 2nd sector. Here comes Steve then. He is going to first round to come across the line. Yellow flag in 2 and 3. I'm not sure what's going on 2 and 3. We'll have a look at it. Steve goes up to 5th fastest. Good stuff there. Not that bad. It's out of qualifying. Murphy is getting held up by Brown. This is twice in a row now that Brown has caused some issues there. Not only John Cox, but now Murphy as well. This is not good at all. He has a slipstream down the back straight that Murphy does, so he could use this, but this is not ideal at all there for the Irishman then. it's, from the Irishman from Dublin. And now this is not good at all for a qualifying lap, is it? And my goodness me, he's going up the inside there. This is compromising both those drivers there. And now I don't think he damaged the car there, but it's not ideal, is it? Woody is 6th fast at the moment. Brown is there just chasing Murphy. Fizzy is 8th fast in the end. What about Roscoe? Here comes the Scotsman, cuts across the line now, and he goes 6th fast as Roscoe does. This track is ramping up nicely indeed. What about Lucas? Here is Lucas and making his super debut, making a guest appearance like Lucas is. Can he steal pole position for John Cox? This is the fun. Oh my goodness me, he's gone over it. It's not too much, it's not track extensions. We're going to find out now. He is coming across the line. Has he done it? He has done it. It's pole position by a 10th of a second there for John Cox in 2nd position. Murphy is a 10th of a second down. Only a 10th of a second down. That just shows how much the track has ramped up. Brown there is in 8th position. Well, here comes Murphy then. I wonder what Murphy could have done then if he wasn't compromised. Come around the final turn, and he is not. He is 3rd fast then, so he's back on the 3rd then. My goodness me. What about Brown then? It was too slow. Oh my goodness me. So Lucas is on pole position then in the for the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix coming up in just a few moments time then. So well done to Lucas, congratulations to him. But look how close it is, and remember the top 4 are going to be racing against each other next season in Elite. So my goodness me, that's going to get your blood pumping, isn't it? Wow. Lucas is on pole position, fantastic stuff for Lucas. John Cox is alongside him. That's row 1. That's a tasty row 1, isn't it? The Irishman Murphy is in 3rd position with not that bad in 4th position, and then we got Steve in 5th position. Remember, he's the first of the super drivers that will be competing next season, with Roscoe in 6th, Woody 7th, Brown 8th position, Fizzy 9th, and Asdog in 10th position. Unfortunately, Asdog hit the wall at turn 19. Oh my goodness me. Well, I gotta say that that was a very interesting qualifying session, wasn't it? And we've got John Cox saying good luck there, Lucas, well done mate. And I wonder what John Cox could have done if he had 2 runs as well there. But that's the qualifying done. You don't get any points for qualifying, do you? It's about having a good grip position, really, isn't it, for the main event, which is the race itself. And you can see a lovely shot of the pit lady here, isn't there? You can see then the front wings. Hopefully, we won't need any of those front wings there. Just stand there, just sitting outside the garage there. And Lucas just saying thanks, mate, to John Cox as well in the comment section. Oh my goodness me. Wow. So then, now we're on to the race then. John Cox, I'd say unfortunately, still 7 pole positions this season. It's incredible, isn't it? So, 15 pole positions between the 2 teammates of John Cox and Jacob next season. You can tell I'm a little excited by that partnership. Also a little excited by not that bad and highly rated partnership next season in the league. Brilliant stuff. And of course, I'm going to be even just as excited about who is going to be in what car next season for the Super. It's really good to see. And Dave has joined us as well then. So Dave, who is a bit who's not a fan of this track then, and unfortunately every time he has driven around here has kind of finished this race fairly early on. It's usually down the hill here. So it'd be Dave making a guest appearance in the Williams as well. So he'll be replacing Double, who unfortunately has missed this race. But we can't wait to see Double back in the car in Melbourne, back in January. Anyway, so we're, as much as we love to think about the future, let's talk about here and now, shall we? And that's I could make a steps joke, but let's not go down that road. Anyway then, on pole position is Lucas. Alongside Lucas is this man, John Cox. That is row 1 then, as they're weaving left and right there. It looks like they're having a bit of fun. This is very serious stuff indeed. Murphy is in 3rd position there, with Not That Bad is in 4th position, and here is our champion then. Can he finish strong then? 8 wins this season, brilliant. And 5th position is Steve at the moment, and 6th position is Roscoe. 7th position is Woody, as they're all over the show here at the moment. And Brown there is not fussed on the formation lap either. Fizzy there is having a lunge at Steve in 9th position. Asdog is in 10th position. That is the top 10. Matt is in 11th position. 12th position is Snap, with 13th is Hog, another man who's not interested in the formation lap. Sven is in 14th position there, and he's really keen to get on with it, isn't he? 15th position is Sprint. 16th position is at PB, another man. I tell you what, those guys are just not interested in the formation of body. T Sammy is going to be 17th on the grid, and T Sammy's going to be 17th on the grid then, so almost from at last the first challenge for T Sammy. 18th position is JJ in the Red Bull car, 15th, and Dave is in 19th position, and he has finished his lap then. So then a lovely shot here of the beautiful the beautiful hotel here. So we got a mixed bag here, and that's what I like to see. I do love a mixed strategy. Lucas is on the soft tires along with Murphy, Roscoe, Woody, Brown and Fizzy. That is the top 10. Outside the top 10, Snap, Sven, Sprint, PB, JJ and Dave all on soft tires. Everyone else is on the medium compound tire. So I've got to say, it's going to be interesting stuff indeed then, isn't it? Just watching JJ there as he is just coming under the hotel now then, and you can see then as all these guys are really towing it to the line, aren't they? And of course we got Jan van den Brink, who just said go for it boys, especially Sprint. Yes indeed, of course Sprint now a fantastic addition to Super, really has been. And I tell you what, he has got the best protege, he's got the best master in the business, hasn't he? Vanquished IRC legend, the man who was the first ever elite world champion. That crown's been taken off him now, hasn't it, by Deneen. But I've got to say, Deneen has been a worthy successor, hasn't he, this season? And that is elite. This is Super. We have got 4 lights coming on now. When they go out, we'll be racing in Abu Dhabi, and we are racing. And here we go then. And they say, oh, it's a very good start there. It's a terrible start for John Cox. He has dropped down to 4th position already there. John for Cox. Oh, he's been sandwiched. There's damage already for John, and now he's half spears. Well, Red Bull are off the track then, and they fly through turn 2. My goodness me. And there's a Red Bull going off track. Brown has been swapped there, so he come through the couple of turns. They're on board Matt then as they drop down the hill then. And my goodness me, Dave Fair is that we dropped down to, we got 19 cars then as they come down the hill then. It's just on board then with Dave Fair. Oh my goodness me, Dave's gone straight into the back there of a Sprint there. And I don't think he's damaged the car though. Well, I see the baller, but I didn't see any debris come up. John Cox on the appalling start then at the moment, and he is down into 5th position at the moment then. Look at the battle at the front then. This is a preview of next season, everyone, so hold on to your hats. It's going to be fantastic. Lucas leads and Murphy 2nd, not that bad. Is in 3rd position with Steve in 4th position there. 5th position is John Cox, Roscoe 6th, Woody 7th, Asdog 8th, Snap 9th, 10th position is Fizzy. That is the top 10 at the moment then. And oh, we got something going. Oh my goodness me, what is that? Oh my goodness, Dave there is trying to sneak by PB. There we got a hog out in front of him as well. Oh my goodness me, and look at this, Dave's going to go on the inside. He is on the inside. He has passed 2 cars. Oh, he's got wide though. And where is the, oh no, and oh my goodness me, and oh, he flew. Oh my goodness me. And I've got to say, that was getting hair and scare, wasn't it? Wow. Anyway, we haven't completed lap 1 yet, and I'm already out of breath. So as we come through to complete lap 1 then, and we just got all sorts going on. Dave is now for the 14th position then, and my goodness me, I'm PB. I'm not sure if someone's got a problem with the connection there, but PB and Dave seems to be attached to each other at the moment then. Luke's set the fast out of the race then, so of course lap 1 completed. John is in the pits then. Is anyone else going to be in the pits then? We're just taking a look. It's Sven there, almost going into the back of PB, and John Cox there. This is not ideal at all, is it, for the British Italian driver? We're coming through then, and what tire he's got on the hard tires, and he's also changed the nose cone as well. He was on the soft tires then, so this is going to be a long race from here, isn't it? Lucas leads at 2nd position is Murphy, 3rd position is not that bad then. This is a great race so far, isn't it? And then you see then that Steve's in 4th position, 8 tenths of a second away. Then we've got Roscoe in 5th. DRS is not available until after the 3rd lap, and we'll go for now then. Is Renault's there, 8th and 9th position. Then we've got Brown in 10th. Matt is now alongside Brown, and Brown there is Brown might go down then to 11th position. He is down to 11th position. Matt is through. He has passed his teammate, and of course Matt would be disappointed with his qualifying session, but definitely he can put it all right in the race. Brown there braking much later there. Good there. Look at this. He's back on the inside. Great racing there from Brown. Oh, and that's oh dear. And that's I think that was Hogg and Dave there just skating across the runoff area there. Now Brown's going to have to defend again then, because this is a much more difficult overtaking over there. Brown is part of the middle. Martin's gone for the switch break. He's got on the inside, but Brown there and Snap there in the 8th position there. So there's arrows going up and down all over the shot at the moment. Lovely shot here. Dave's got a 5-second penalty there. Oh, Matt going through on the inside. Dave is all over the back of he's lost both end plates out. Dave has. I think he's testing out the new rules for 2020 2021 really, and I think that they shouldn't have no end plates at all. So good idea there from Dave then. Oh, he's got another 3-second penalty as he's struggling to slow the car down. T Sammy is at 15th position at the moment then, and JJ is 17th. John Cox is right at the back of the field then. Lap 3 then, race order: Lucas, Murphy, not that bad. DRS has been enabled then, not that bad. It's all on the back of Murphy at the moment. Steve in 4th position, Roscoe 5th, Woody 6th, Asdog 7th, Fizzy 8th, 9th for Snap. 10th position is 10th position is Brown, as Dave is dropping down the order there. So Dave is really struggling with the wing damage there, and I'm wondering if he should have come into the pits there. But I'm not even sure who to look at the moment. Then I think we might need to look at the battle at the front. JJ is through and up into 15th position there. Hogan's also got a 3-second penalty as well. So then this is the battle for second position. Not a bad, it's gated on him. He's having a look, but not quite close enough. Murphy is inch perfect there from Murphy. Fantastic stuff. And look at this, jumping over the curve there. No, not that bad. It's got a much better run, hasn't he? Look at this, and he is going to be gaining. There's both of them got DRS then, as Lucas is still in the earshot of Murphy then, as Sven and T. Sammy are battling for position as well, for 14th and 13th position up the inside. Murphy still is through and still in second position. Oh, not bad. Got a 3-second penalty then. Roscoe is pushing Steve there as they come out of the chicane as well then, and look at this then. Oh my goodness me, there's some side-by-side action there, wasn't there? Oh wow, these guys are really, they know that they haven't got a race now for several weeks, have they? So they're really, it's really apples out, and my goodness me, T. Sammy and Sven are having a great old battle here, as Dave's got some more penalties at the moment. Steve has dropped out of 5th position because Roscoe is up in the 4th position. Here's Roscoe's way through. Roscoe, oh my goodness me, and Roscoe is up into 4th position then. Oh, is he? He is, oh, and he's knocked Steve there off the track then. I think that Steve was losing control of the car there, and he ricocheted off. Dave was dropped down to 70th position. He might need to come in the pits and get some of get that wing sorted then. And very oh, yo, flagging free. What's going on free? Oh, it's Dave there. He's had a problem there, Dave has, and he is, oh my goodness me, and John Cox there is just trying to overtake the problem with the Williams, and Dave is in the pits, and he has lost a lot of wing damage there. And gets they come down the back straight once again then, and double just remind me it's the DRS after the second lap. Indeed it is. And now then, as we're now back on board with a man who is using DRS, it is not that bad. Here is the season 6 champion Murphy. Is going to just go on the outside. I think he feels that this is a battle not worth fighting yet then, and of course not that bad on the medium compound tire then. He's out of his way. Woody is in front of Steve. Oh, is he? No, he ain't. Because Steve's back through. Fantastic camera work as well then, so he fly over the curbs then. And we're going down into the second as T. Sammy is now in the 12th position. He's starting to come through the field as well. He might be interested in oh my goodness me, is that the two Toro Rosses in the back of now? I think it was. As now Woody is back up into 5th position then. C is down to 6th position. Snap, and then we got Fitzy. Then we got Matt, who's in front of Brown now, and we've also got Hog and T. Sammy are back as well. Remember, T. Sammy is in this league next season, so yeah, it's interesting to see what how T. Sammy fits in here. And I got to say, he's having a good old scrap, isn't he, at the moment with the finest of Super. So good stuff indeed then. Look at, oh my goodness me, there's debris coming off the cars there as Asdog is through, and wow, that's oh my goodness me, and Asdog is through and up in the 6th position there, and I'm wondering if that's damaged the car of Steve at the moment now. It says Asdog is in the pits then. He's in the pits there, Asdog. Oh my goodness me, and then he got reset there. That's all gone wrong for Asdog then in the 10th position, and this is a golden opportunity for Matt then to reclaim to get back 4th in the championship then. Oh my goodness me. And you can see that this is going to be an interesting battle, isn't it? We're on board with Matt now, who is in 9th position then as it stands. David's got a 3-second penalty then. A lot of penalties are starting to accumulate here. And just over, so Matt at the moment is in, well, he in at the back of the training team, because there is the man who's at the back of the training, is Brown. He's keeping a watching brief then on these guys here then, as they come down the back straight once again. Lucas leads, but my goodness me, not that bad. It's really putting his toe down now, isn't he? He's only half a second back from Lucas. There we go, not that bad. 3rd, Murphy 4th, Roscoe 5th, 6th is Steve, Fizzy 7th, Snap 8th, Matt 9th, and Brown in 10th position at the moment then. And you can see then they're all starting to close up. It is Steve who is the cork in the bottle at the moment, isn't he? And there's going to be a lot of champagne opening at the end of this race, I can assure you, as there'll be a lot of celebrations as an end of season do. But as we come down the back straight once again then, wow. So then, oh my goodness, as we got to go back here, because look at this, Lucas is under an almighty pressure here from not that bad one. Here is the champion. He was asserted domination here this season. He has done a phenomenal job, hasn't he? Not that bad, and I'm really looking forward to seeing what this man can do when he's locked horns with Elite's finalists tonight. Well, he's definitely locking horns with 2 of Elite's finalists in Lucas and Dan Murphy tonight, isn't he? And I got to say, he is showing some really good form, isn't he? We'll come back to that a bit later on, because Fizzy's had a bit of a nightmare final sector there, and now Snap is in 8th position there. Once again, Snap has shown that a strong end to the season, which he's done a very good job, hasn't he? Snap has overall. And once again, they flick it into turn 1 then. And Steve's now just starting to pull away then. So it's the 2 Renaults at the moment against the 2 Toro Rosses. John is now moved up into 16th position, has he? He has indeed. PB has dropped down to 17th position. The man who doesn't like to qualify. And behind him as well is his teammate as well. We got a yellow flag, because we got a yellow flag in 1 and 2. Is what's going on? Oh my god, look at this then. As Matt is flown on the outside. Lucas is dropped down into 2nd position. It's all going off here. Fizzy is dropping down the order as well. I'm not sure if has he got damage. No, he's all right. But with the I don't know where to look. We got to look here. It's the battle for the lead. It's the battle for the lead. It's Lucas, and not that bad then. And there he's going side by side. Lucas showed him a real wheel. Not that bad. Doesn't give a damn. He is on the outside, or is he? Oh my goodness me! And now he's going. Oh, and that's not that bad. They're having to skate across there. Lucas didn't want to didn't want to give him any space there, did he? Not that bad. It's not that bad. It's got a it's got the bit between his teeth there. Fizzy, and now Brown there is also battling his way as well. And look, T Sammy's over the 9th position, as he says. And here's Brown, and he's dropped down into 11th position there. But Brown has had a good qualifying, I think. But he might be in a bit of trouble with the 2 laps in particular, where he's on his outlap and blocked the guys that was on a fast lap, wasn't he? Which is a bit unfortunate. They're on board Brown then, as he is currently just pressuring Fizzy, who's dropped down to 9th position. Matt is now up into 8th position there. We've got a couple of gaps forming here then. As we complete lap 7, I think. No, lap 8, lap 6, sorry. Well, then look at this. And now not that bad. It's on the tyres. And I wonder who was watching last night about. And it turns out John Cox has got a 3-second penalty. John Cox is doing a much better race today than he did last night. I wonder who was watching last night in terms of strategy then, because strategy last night was absolutely key, wasn't it? And it really is going to be. Oh, Woody's off the track. He's off the track. Everything is still pointing in the right direction, apart from his car. But he's now got off the train. He's back on now, and now as he got yellow flag in 3. Brown is going up the inside. He passes Woody, and Lucas has lost the lead because not that bad is through. We had a yellow flag in 3 as Physico goes out the pits. Oh my goodness me! These guys need to give me a break. Oh my goodness! Well, I'm on a break at the end of the season. JJ's gone for the race. JJ is out of the race. We're on board Dave. I'm wondering if JJ just called it a day here, but that's a shame then. We'll come back and submit because, oh my goodness me, and now he just gave him a little left tap there, and he's on his way. Not that bad then. Leads the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. Incredible battling up and down the field then. I gotta say, I absolutely applaud this race. It's been fantastic. I think JJ must have lost it out of turn 2, which is a shame there for JJ in his as a Red Bull driver. So then it's not that bad going to pull away here, or is Lucas going to match him stride for stride then? I think not that bad does have the tyre advantage at this stage. And I'm wondering, Lucas is in the pits then, and Murphy is matching him as well then. So he is doing exactly what Lucas is then. So then let's see what goes on here then. Interestingly, they've got the choice of medium or hard tyres. Well, they're going to put another set of softs in and go for a 2-stop strategy. We're going to find out now. The Haas mechanics get to work then. He's on the medium compound tyre and he's away. Well, Murphy, exactly the same there for the race point drivers. He had to be held up slightly there, didn't he? And now they're coming out of the pits then. We've also got Matt then. Roscoe's in the pits then. Roscoe's got another set of soft tyres then. So a bit of an attack strategy for Roscoe's. And what about Snap? He's on the hard compound tyre. Oh! And he's on the hard tyres, but he's also damaged his front wing. Snap has, so he is just going to be away. We've also got Brown and PB in the pits as well. John Cox has just got by. T Sammy is now up into it's now in 5th position there, as Lucas is 4th position there. So he's got a bit of a open track here. Lucas has now. Can he take advantage then? The undercut around here last night was absolutely incredible, wasn't it? As I'm on board T Sumlin, as I've got to say, he started at 18th on the grid. He's up into 5th position at the moment, and doing a fine job out there. He's just picking his moments, which is what you need to do. Woody's picking his moments. He is now on the outside. He is through and up into 8th position then. So good stuff there. My goodness me, is that not that? But that's a sprint there, and he is sprinting to the back of Sven. John Cox is also involved in this as well then. John is on a fresh set of the white tyres. He is going to go, he's going to keep the situation of sprint there. He's going to go on the outside. He is on the outside. He is going to take it. Is he? Let's have a look. He is on the outside. Where's Sven? Sven has gone way too deep there. John Cox is through, and John Cox is going to be also through, and Sven there. No, not at the moment. Sven there is in ninth position. I'm not sure if Sven should really give that position back or not, really. But my goodness me, he might not have a choice at the moment because John is all over the back to him like a rash. And now he's going to go. No, he had. And oh, who is that's Asdog? Is it Asdog there forcing his way through there? As we've got a lovely shot. The yard. So that's a spinner. That's a spinner. Sven is spun the under the hotel. I wonder there's a bit of contact there, and he's away. Oh my goodness. So Woody 7th, Hog 8th, John Cox is now in 9th position, Asdog 10th, Roscoe's in 11th position, Brown there has just got in front of PB, who's dropped down to 16th. Or well, I'm not sure what's going on here. As PB and Brown just having a good old scrap here, aren't they? And PB is now coming into the pits. Snap there, unfortunately had to change his wing, so that's why it's all the way down. And Woody has had a problem. He's had a almighty problem. That's the second time now that Ferrari driver's had a problem, and that is not good at all there for Woody. And unfortunately, he's going to have to. I think he's going to have to come in the pits there, isn't he? Well, it's about time. My goodness me, what's going on up here? Oh my goodness me! Freeze a crowd, and I don't think Lucas wants to be a part of this, does he? And now then he's going to gain. He has to get by Steve as quickly as possible, doesn't he? He's got DRS. Steve is just going to put it to the middle of the inside the track. Lucas pulls out. He is through and up into second position. Then the gap at the front. Then let's take a look at it as they go. It's 7.4 seconds, but I think that. Oh, as look at that, Murphy is all over the back of the Toro Rosso of Matt. Then as Murphy there, of course, his second race in IRC Super this season. He had a podium in his only race back in Bahrain, and now then he is trying to get a podium here again today. Can he keep that 100% record? Roscoe and Asdog are battling. Oh my goodness me! Look how close was that. That was wheel to wheel. I gotta say, it was like a joint car there, wasn't it? As Asdog is through, he's gone wide. Then you can see there's Terry on the outside of the track. There. Oh no way! Wow, Roscoe, and look, as they're all coming in the pits. And Roscoe there, incredibly brave there from both cars. Great racing indeed. Then, and I've got to say, Roscoe and Asdog have had a fantastic season. They really have. And I look forward to seeing what they can both do next season. They can just go from strength to strength in this season. T. Sammy then is just not too far back. Murphy is all over the back of Matt still. As not that bad. It's in the pits. He's got on the soft compound tyre there, so that's an interesting development here in this race, isn't it? As he's come out, and look who's just behind him. It's Roscoe who's just behind the champion. Not that bad at the moment. But I think they're not bad. Just need to get those tyres up to temperature, and he should be away. And someone who's away is Murphy. He is up at the second position, and now he needs to stay in front of Matt if he can, because he needs to, because he's now 3.5 seconds back from Lucas. That is not ideal at all, is it? And we've also got Dave moving up into 16th position. We've got Roscoe, who's got in front, and not that bad. That is not ideal at all for not that bad, is it? He needs to be matching the guys in the front of Lucas and Murphy. He does have the fresh tyres. Steve, oh my goodness, and Roscoe giving him a good old squeeze there. But not that bad then. Is still in his back up in the 6th position then. Wow, my goodness me. And we've also got Steve's now moved up to 11th position as well. He's just passed Brown. Ooh, wow, these guys make me work, ain't they, here tonight? And I gotta say, I think I do need a good workout, but my goodness me, this is a bit extreme, isn't it? And now then they say they're coming under the hotel again. We're on lap 10 already. We've got 14 laps of this, 14 laps left to 2019. Lucas has set the fast out of the race then. The leader of the road, he is looking strong as well. John Cox is now under almighty pressure there. Matt is in the pit then, and John Cox under almighty pressure. See, look at this, he's gone wide. Not that bad there. He's going to go through, and he's going to be up into 5th position, or is he? John Cox is going to let him through on the outside. Oh my goodness me, and he is through and up into 4th position. Not that bad. Wow, that was incredibly brave there from not that bad. And fair play to John Cox as well for keeping the car on the straight and narrow. Well done to both drivers. Brilliant. Dave has got a 10-second penalty there for cutting a lot of the track there. And then just on board then with Roscoe at the moment. He is in at 6th position then. And he is now, and John Cox has got another challenger in this time. It is Roscoe, and of course Roscoe had an incredible move on Asdog a couple of laps ago, didn't he? And that was brilliant stuff indeed. Snap is under a lot of pressure now from Sprint at the moment. It's the battle for 12th and 13th position then as they accelerate, and they're going to come down the back straight then. Let's go on board Sprint then. Here he is then. Look at DRS wide open then, and look at Snap area. I don't think he's going to defend because Snap is on for the long game, isn't he? I don't think he will need to stop again on those hard tires, but he might be a bit vulnerable later on in this race then. But Sprint is up into 12th position then, and look at how much more purchase he's got. Snap is on the hard tire according to the graphic, even though it does look like he's on that software. Steve is up the inside of Fizzy, but Fizzy there was just so far from. I gotta say, I love this shot of the nose cone. Absolutely beautiful stuff, isn't it? Yellow flag in 2 and 3 because Dave is gone. David's gone then, and Hogg and Woody are battling tooth and nail for a bit of track there. David's out of the race, unfortunately, and it's. I think Dave would be. I think he might be quite happy that this race is coming to an end. Then, of course, I think Dave's highlight this season was Monaco. John is in the pits then, so he's only done 10 laps on those hard tires. It's just not working out. Hogg there, very. I was wondering if he's going to stick his nose in there. Oh my goodness me! They're coming around the final corner, and see there is from the outside of Fizzy. John Cox is in the pits and he's coming out of the pits now. He's on the medium compound tire. Is that going to get him to the end? Roscoe's got a 3-second penalty up there. Wow, incredible. Who says Abu Dhabi gives you boring races? My goodness me, just watch the IRC races. Fantastic. And of course this would be a much more tense affair, isn't it? If there was a champion on the line, there potentially would have been last night, but unfortunately Vanquish couldn't race, which is a shame. But I think that especially with how the race panned out last night, that would have been an incredible race, wouldn't it? But yeah, but of course Deneen, a well-deserved winner. Of course Deneen is the IRC Elite Champion for Season 2. JJ's position is, so JJ out of the race. Dave is out of the race as well. Jonathan's up to 11th position, then he passes Sprint, and he is now on his way. And I think so that is the end of Dave's season then. And as we were saying, then his highlight is definitely Monaco in that incredible race that earlier on this season. Really. It was like Monaco 82, wasn't it? No one seemed to want to win, did they? So we had good drivers falling by the wayside, didn't we? Punctures, clashes. It was incredible. Sprint there is in a 12th position. Sprint will get its first taste of Monaco and IRC in Season 7. So keep an eye out for that. That's, of course, the jewel in the crown, isn't it? That'll be round 6 next season. T Sammy is in the pits then. So T Sammy coming into the pits then. What tires is going to go on then? T Sammy, of course. Of course, we've got to keep an eye on T Sammy because remember, this is his first attempt. This is the league he'll be driving in next season, won't it? T Sammy, I think he's done a fantastic job in the league. He really has. But I think Super next season, he has got to be in the conversation for potential challenges for the title. And now then, John is really on it, isn't he? He's going to go turn. What is he? He is. Where is he? He's up the inside. Oh no! He's making contact with Brown there, and he has half spun it. Then, oh my goodness me! And Snap there, almost going into him. John Cox there. I think turn one's a very difficult place to overtake there, and unfortunately it didn't work out there for the British Italian driver. Back on board then. T Sammy is now all over the back of Steve. And Steve there really gets in a bit of a wobble on coming out of turn 7 then. That means that T Sammy is now going to be he's already alongside him. DRS is now available. It's just a little gentle push, and he is now through and up into 7th position. Where is he? Because Steve is not a man that lets that go too easy. He will have DRS, and look who's in the background. That is Sprint, is it? It is Sprint. I thought he was having a wild lunge there. Of course he wasn't. Sprint is very well calculated, isn't he? The Mercedes driver. And then you can see that. Look at how much those fresh tires are in this stage race for T Sammy then. Asdog is now all over the back of Roscoe. I wonder if Roscoe's had a problem there somewhere. He's now under a 10th second. Brown is through, and no, yet he's gone wide out, but wow, he's kept on the track. Brown has fantastic stuff. He is now up into 9th position. Brown is. Gotta say, Brown there is really on for it, isn't he? He has improved over the course of the season, but I'd say that this is one of his more action-packed races, and definitely an impressive race as well, isn't it, for Brown? So yes, I definitely impressed there, which probably means nothing to Brown at all. But for what it's worth, I think he's done a fantastic job here tonight in Abu Dhabi. We're at half distance then. Lucas at the moment has got a 3.8 second buffer over Murphy at the moment, so this is going to get very tense indeed. Not that bad, it's on the soft tires, but he's 8 seconds away from Murphy alone, 11 seconds away from the lead. Not that bad, it's so I'm not sure the soft tires are working out at the moment. Then Roscoe is 12 seconds back in 4th position. Asdog 5th, Matt is in 6th. Then we've got T Sammy 7th, Steve 8th, Brown 9th, Fizzy in 10th position. And Sprint is not too far away from Fizzy. He's got 2 laps younger tires. That will make all the difference. John is all over the back of Snapman. John, who had a bit of a trip last time out in turn 1, he's just he just showed his nose, and my goodness me, that was a late move out for Jonathan. He is through and up into 12th position then. Now, next on his target is 5 seconds down the road. That is this man here. It is Sprint then. Sprint is now gaining on Fizzy. Fizzy has had a very strong season, hasn't he? I think Sprint's going to have a very strong second season, isn't he? Woody and Hog are also battling now tooth and nail, but Hog is gone. Hog is gone, and Hog is right. Wow, that's an interesting place to crash, isn't it? So I'm wondering if Hog just ploughed into the wall there, because I think that is a very difficult place to crash on your own. Fizzy there is now, look at this, he's going to sneak up the inside because Sprint is already through, but Fizzy's going to be back through. He is back through. Hog has left the session. Fizzy is up into 10th position. Where's Sprint? Oh, there he is indeed. That little lovely shot of the fuse there of the Renault there. Don't think Renault's going to be too pleased with that. Fizzy now is up into 10th position then. So, but he's got to defend his position, doesn't he? Because Sprint has really got the bit between his teeth at the moment then. And I gotta say, with DRS, it can be fairly easy to overtake on here. This track, the straights are slightly too long, aren't they? As Dave mentioned last night. And the gap is coming down to 3.5 seconds after friend. Well, we've got a good almighty battle. We've got an almighty battle as Fizzy's in the pit set. We've got an almighty battle. Here it is. It is 4th, 5th and 6th. It's Roscoe. It's Aslog. It's Matt. Is this going to be the battle for next season? Is it going to be this free battling for the title next season? I gotta say, I'm not a gambling man, but I definitely put a quid on it, because yeah, these guys will definitely be in with the runner. Steve is taking a trip across the grass, and I think that it's at the same place as where where BP tried to retire last night. I don't know that it's the wrong part of the track there, but Steve taking a trip out of turn 2 there, and that's really cost him, hasn't it? Steve, that is such a shame. Then John is now all over the back of Sprint, and he's caught up fairly rapidly as well, hasn't he? Not a buzz, got a 3-second penalty. John is now up into 9th position. Sprint now just tucking in this slipstream now and seeing if he's going to, oh my goodness me, that is a day late and $1 short there for Sprint. John, well, get on the way there. There's a Sprint there. Roscoe has dropped out of 5th position because Alsdog is, oh no, Roscoe there, and Alsdog quick contact in that T. Sammy is trying to go through as well as up into 6th position then. Oh, wow, incredible stuff. Now Matt is all over the back. He's got the bit between his teeth. He's got the soft compound tyre on, so he's going to be quicker than Aslog. Aslog's on the medium. He's on for the long game, isn't he? Matt is on for the short, sharp sprints here, isn't he, at the moment? And he needs to get by. If he wants to maximise the strategy, he needs to get by now. And where are they? There they are. Oh, lovely shot. You see Roscoe and T. Sammy in the shot as well then. They come around the following corner then. This is the battle for 4th, 5th, 6th and 7th then. Oh, it's oh my goodness. And as we come over the line then, Roscoe has left the session then. Roscoe has left the session. Hopefully he'll come back in. And because that is a shame then, because we were looking to see what else could occur there. That was a shame for Roscoe, because I think he was having a good scrap there, but I think that he got turned around, didn't he, by I think that we might have left the wheel in there perhaps. We only saw the end of it. So we can't really be addressed. That Steve is in the pits as well, and he is dropping down the order. T. Sammy has made himself definitely put himself right in the mix now. He's up in 6th position. He does like well, I tell you what, he's done a very good job of coming from behind, hasn't he, tonight? Brilliant stuff indeed there from T. Sammy. Impressive indeed there from the McLaren driver. And we're on board with him now, and he is gaining, but Matt is gaining more on Alsdog. And look at that coming up from the slipstream there. Alsdog has got wide there, and Matt was in a compromised position there, but now it's T. Sammy there. He's looking at this, he's just waiting for it. Oh no, he's going to go for it as well. We've got a free press going down the back straight here. Matt there, and Alsdog, and now T. Sammy, he's not allowed to get involved. Matt's not letting him get involved, is he? And now Matt is thrown up in the 4th position. T. Sammy is up in the 5th. No, yeah, because Alsdog there swoops back through and up in the 5th position. Alsdog, a hard defender, slams the door shut. And now Matt, this is ideal for Matt, because now look at that, he's gained a second already. That's how much those soft tires are an advantage at this stage of this race then, as we're into the final third of this incredible Bahrain Grand Prix. And well, it's just going to get even better, isn't it? Because they're all close enough on each other. And John there's a red X next to Roscoe. Roscoe is not a ghost here, so that's not good news for Brown or John, because they're going to have to get by. And oh my goodness me, And Brown is going on the inside, John's on the inside as well, and he's through. T Sammy is all over the back of Aston as well. Roscoe's Ghost is coming into the pits. Well, he's not Ghost, is he? I think, oh my goodness me. And once again then, Aston and T Sammy there are nose to tail. Then now T Sammy has the advantage. Roscoe's car is in the pits, and even if Roscoe's car does get points, he wouldn't get in the top 10, which I highly doubt it. He will not get any points because he needs to be in that car. Someone who's in the car right now is T Sammy, and he is in 6th position at the moment. Then as they come out of turn 7 then, and as you can see, Sven is now up to 11th position, Woody's up to 12th position, T Sammy could be up to 5th position in the not too distant future. You can see the night time is now taking over, isn't it? The natural light. T Sammy is taking over as Doggett up into 5th position, swoops through and up into 5th. And now then, has he got the pace set? John Cox is through and past Brown. Remember that John Cox was a bit unhappy with the what happened in qualifying between himself and Brown, but he is through and up into 8th position then. Brown dropping down into 9th then. And now we've got, I would say we've got a bit of a lull at the moment then. Oof. And that's good. That's good, because now we can have a recap of what's going on in the race then. We've lost 3 drivers in this race then. We've lost JJ, Dave and Hogg. Unfortunately, Dave... that would be well, unfortunately that's Dave's 12th retirement this season. It's not been a fairly good season for Dave, but of course then I think that win in Monaco, of course, it used to be half a championship, didn't it? So might make up for what has been a pretty disappointing season for Dave, perhaps. But I think he'll be looking forward to March to January next season, won't he? And John's got 3-second penalty. And Matt, sorry, not that bad in the pit, so he's going on the medium tyre now until the end of the race. So keep an eye on, not that bad. So yeah, that's a shame for Dave, and of course Hogg also out of the race as well. But Hogg is, I think Hogg will be definitely be an interesting watch next season, won't he? So is that now sprints in the pits as well. So following his teammate, and he's in and out. And he's going on the medium tyre to the end of the race then. Not bad, it's now all over the back of T Sammy. Got yellow flagging free as I take a quick look. And oh, that's PB there, who's starting the donuts a bit too early there. PB is. Not that bad, it's up into 4th position then. T Sammy down to 5th then. So PB there, unfortunately having a bit of a nightmare of the final chicane. Then Woody is now the meat in the Sven and Fizzy sandwich at the moment, isn't he? So Woody's going to have a bit of a nightmare, isn't he? Keeping Fizzico back because Fizzico has got almost half the life in those tyres, isn't he? And Sven there has got 9-lap old tyres on those medium tyres. So going to be able to get the end there. Whoa! Look at the power of speed of Woody there. And where is he? Sven is now dropping down into 11th position then. We got a bit of a naff camera there, sorry about that, guys. And now then it's Sven there is on the outside, and Fizzy's enjoying it as well. And look at it, they're wheel to wheel. My goodness me then. And now Fizzy carry is going to stop himself in the middle there. That is a beautiful gap for Fizzy, but I don't think he will likes to be in that. Fizzy swoops by Sven. Is he going to swoop? Oh my goodness me. Sven there flying across the grass there. And I don't think that's a 3-second penalty at least for Sven. I'm surprised it wasn't more there. Fizzy unfortunately lost that there, didn't he? And he has dropped back down into 12th position. Not that bad. Is now coming up to the back of Matt as well. And also I think this is the close part. Oh, and Steve is now up in the 14th position, and Fizzy there I think a bit of a oh my goodness me, and oh my life, what is going on here? Incredible stuff. And now it's getting a bit well, I've got to say, look at the background, there's a Mercedes there who probably rubbing his hands are clear. I think Sven, was he trying to come to the pits there? I'm not sure. Fizzy is now into 11th position there. He's trying to go to 10th, he's damaged his car there where he went to the back of Sven. And Brown is also on the pits. He's on soft tyre, so he's going to be flying as well. They're on, and this is not what these guys want. Sven is now dropping down. And Brown, where's Brown come from? Wow, he flew on the outside of Fizzy and up into 10th position there. Well, Brown was not wasting any time there, was he? And now then he needs to get by Woody down this back straight if he can. Then, of course, there was a DRS in the second part straight down, but he should have the purchase out of the tyres there just to get up and go. Then here he is. He's on board. Then DRS available. Then he's going down the back straight. He is wheel to wheel. He is through. It is done. Is it done? I think it is done at the moment then, but Woody just needs to get a good acceleration there. Oh no, it's not, and that is way he's misjudged his braking point there. Woody is, and he has damaged the Ferrari there, and he's come on the track there and really compromised sprint there. Sprint has dropped down. Murphy is in the pits then, and so is Lucas as well. Lucas is going on to the soft tires at the end of the race then. Murphy is going on to the medium tires at the end of the race. They do have a big old advantage over Matt, so they could have so yeah, I think that was a bit of a free pit stop there, wasn't it? And Matt's also in the pits as well then. So that is action in the front. This is action from 9th, 10th and 11th and the 12th and 13th as well. Steve is not too far back either. Matt's dropping down the order. John is also at 6th position then, so it's a good recovery drive there from John. Armstrong is in 5th. Sammy is in 4th position. That is a frightening prospect for things to come next season. Sammy, remember, started 18th. Sprint there is going to sneak on the inside. No, not quite there. Sven there has been a bit he's been a bit erratic at times, hasn't he, tonight? And now as Asdog is dropped down into 6th position there, and John Cox is now moved up as well. But I'm more interested in this battle here at the moment. I don't even know what happened there. Steve is now up in the 13th position. He's only a couple of seconds away from this boat. Sven is really struggling with the of course damage to the front wing. Fizzy is doing a good job actually, because he damaged the front wing on the back of the rear wing of Sven then. So well done to Steve there. He's just pulling away at the moment as far as Fizzy. And Steve is there as the talking man. There he is in the background as well then. So he is going to be on this battle in the not too distant future. And now then sprint, then he needs to get by Sven as quickly as possible, doesn't he? He's got new tyres, doesn't he? He wants to maximise this as much as possible. Brown is now pulling away there from Fizzy in the battle for 9th position. Sprint then, and now he is through and up into 11th position then. And he's parked the car in a beautiful place, but he might have compromised himself. But Sven there, I think he was too close to the car. He was too close to Sprint, wasn't he, Sven was? So he couldn't maximise that, could he? And now then Sven has but Sven has still got a good run, and he's going to fly on the outside. Where is he? We're on a look. There he is. Sprint there is on the inside, but Sven there is still through. He is incredible battling here. Wow, good stuff. Sammy is in the pits then for a final time then. Oh, and Sprint, that was a Sprint there. Get on the gas too early there. Get on the loud pedal too early. And oh my goodness me. Whew. Wow, and what's this? He's going to sneak through. Where is he? There he is. Sven's off the road. Then. Asdog's in the pits as well, and Sammy is also in the pits then. And Matt is now through and back up to 5th position then. And now then Sven has lost that position. Next up is Steve in 13th position then. Asdog's coming in the pits now. Snap has moved back up to 7th, and he's on the long game. He's done 13 laps on those hard tyres, so he might be a bit vulnerable. And talking of vulnerable, I think Sven might be feeling a bit vulnerable at the moment, because Steve's going to just breeze by him, is he? Where is he? Oh, beautiful. He is up into 13th position. He passes Sven. And, I've got to say, that was a very intense battle there. Remember, these guys are not battling for the points as of yet, but that potentially can change then. And Brown there's 2 laps on the tyres. Snap, I feel, might be under a lot of pressure from Asdog soon. We got Sammy in 6th position. John Cox there in 3rd, and PB is retired from the race then. And that we're down to 14 runners then. As Roscoe is out of the race. Well, Woody is in 15th position. Remember, Woody was battling with these guys up here, but unfortunately hasn't come to fruition. So Murphy's gone for the safer option. Lucas is on the soft tyre. So can those soft tyres last? I think it should be alright. But we'll find out. It's going to be a grandstand finish, isn't it? PB is left sessions like that. We have lost 5 cars in this race. Out of the 19 that started. And I got to say, for a track that I was like, oh, well, we'll talk about that in a bit, because Snap there has gone on the outside. Asdog up the inside. He is now in 7th position there. And Snap there, I think, was very generous there, wasn't he? Snap is. He's always generous, isn't he? But I think that he didn't want to get. Oh my goodness, Snap, not that bad. It's got a 10-second penalty. That is overblown his chances, I think, of a podium. Can John Cox get on the podium? It's an 11-second gap at the moment, isn't it? Plus any other points. Well, John has lost a lot of time there. It's not that bad. He's got it's under 4 seconds there. Into the pits comes Fizzy. So Fizzy is in the pits then for the Renault team. He's going to throw on a set of soft tyres, I think, and see what he can do from there. He's had to replace his front wing, and I got to say, a bit of a miserable end to Fizzy of what has turned out to be a fantastic season for the Renault driver. But yeah, that's a shame that is. yeah, T Sammy is now gaining on the back of Matlin, and this is a new battle which we're going to be seeing tonight. But this will be a battle which I'm sure will be replayed over and over again in the 21 races next season. So yes, so this is just a preview of what's to come in the what's upcoming next season. And it's the close battle on track at the moment. So Lucas is leading by 5.2 seconds. He's on the soft tires, and the soft tires will degrade quicker than Murphy's medium tires. The same with not that bad on medium tires. We got 5 laps to go. Anything can happen. John Cox is 15 seconds back in 4th position there. Not that bad. It's got a 10-second penalty plus any other penalties as well. So this could play into the hands of John Cox possibly. Matt is 5th position. T Sammy 6th. Asdog is 7th. Snap is 8th. Brown is in 9th position. 10th position is Sprint. That is the top 10. Brown is quite close to the back of Snap. Now he's in DRS zone, so we're keeping an eye on that. Steve is in 11th position at the moment. He is recovering. Sven 12th, Woody 13th, 14th is Fizzy. Roscoe, PB, Hog, Dave, and JJ are all out of this race, unfortunately. But we'll be looking forward to all those guys coming back next season. Snap there is he's still got half a second advantage at the moment. Same gap as this one here. This is battle between T Sammy and Matt. They are gaining on John Cox. The gap is 8 seconds at the moment. With just a handful of laps to go. We're in the final couple of laps then of the IRC in 2019. I gotta say, the track which does have bad reputation. Murphy is really strong out there. It's not that bad. It's really gaining at the amount of it's still gaining. T Sammy is through. No yet, because Matt there is parked his car in the. Oh, Matt's gone wide. Then he could easily go around the out of road there. He doesn't even let T Sammy go on the outside then. And now then, as you can see, look at him. He's all over the gearbox of Matt then. Now he pulls out. He is on the outside. He is up into 5th position. Swoops through. Job done there from T Sammy. Impressive stuff. Matt is down to 6th position then. Brown is past Snap as well and moved up into 8th position there. Oh no, he hasn't, because Snap is flying back through. So Snap there is not giving up, is he? And I gotta say, that Renault's got some speed, hasn't he? Brown there is going to have a look there, but Snap there is gotta say, he had an incredible run, didn't he, out of that second chicane? Impressive stuff indeed then. So Brown there would have liked to have got by and maybe try and well, I think that was as high as he would have gone really, because Asdog is 7 seconds in front on younger lap tyres of soft tyres, so I don't think. Oh, Snap there has had a problem, and now Brown is through and up into 8th position there. Snap is dropped out into 9th there now. I think Snap been looking backwards rather than forwards now, with Sprint and Steve now also going to be joining this party. There is Sprint, and we will see Steve in the not too distant future as well. We're just waiting to see what there he is. There is the Williams there, and Sven's got a 3-second penalty as well. Sven's had an eventful race, hasn't he, today? They've all had eventful races. Unfortunately, we haven't seen much of Lucas and Murphy, have we, though? But they've had a good old battle as well up front there. Matt is still the DRS range of T Sammy at the moment. Back on board then with Matt, of course, the winner in Russia. And who can forget that race as well? That was an incredible race, wasn't it? That was IRC Super seems to have a mega crash at least once a year. Well, we've had a couple of mega crashes this year, haven't we? Of course, if anyone remembers the Super Cup in Hungary, my goodness me. I think I can't remember whose car it was, but that took off like a rocket. But yeah, I think Russia was a very was an incredible smash as well, wasn't it? We had a big old smash in Belgium, didn't we, last season? And then this season we decided to go one better with Russia. Almighty smash, isn't it? Talking of almighty, Sprint is out into 9th position, and he has got Brown in his sights, but Brown is on soft tyres then until the end of the race then. Is just on board with Asdog here then. It's Asdog there, it's just harvesting by the looks, and I think he's just I think he's too far, I think he's in no man's land, Asdog is, so I think he's just looking after the car now for the final couple of laps then of IRC in 2019 then. Lucas is 5.1 seconds in front of Murphy, who is second then. Lucas, of course, in the Elite League, but this will be his first super race, and also he will win the in his first ever Super race as well. Murphy will be matching his result back from in Bahrain as well. So 2 seconds in 2 appearances for Murphy in Super. Not that bad. It's got a 10-second penalty, but it doesn't look like a problem because John Cox is 22 seconds back. But we'll find out at the end of this race as well. We've also got Steve who's back in front of Snap as well, and Snap is now out of the points end. Penalty dependent, but Snap there. I think the long one stop on the hard tyres was probably not the way to go for Snap, but he did damage his wing, didn't he? And I feel that he was kind of backed in the corner. Matt is still keeping touch with T-Sammy at the moment, isn't he? So he's not letting him go, T-Sammy, in his debut as well. And of course, really interesting. This is, I gotta say, next season's looking good, isn't it? It really is. I gotta say, then overall, then what an incredible season. Then we've had, well, not that bad. Is been incredible, hasn't he? The first half of the season was where the work was really done, but second half of the season, but of course, second half of the season, he just like coasted over, didn't he? IRC Racing, what could have he done if he, of course, didn't miss? Because remember, he came a little later in the league. And he was only 33 points back today. IRC Racing was, of course, his misses today as well. And I think, as it stands, he will still be second in the championship. Sprint is on the outside, but Brown is not going to let him through. Oh, but I tell you what, Sprint there pinched him on the inside. Brown had nowhere to go, and now he is in 8th position. There, Sprint is well done. So he's in 8th. Brown is in 9th position then, and. Snap is keeping tabs on this team at the moment. He's on an adventurous race as well, hasn't he? Woody is not too far behind Sven there, and I think that might be the final battle in the in this incredible enthralling race. Who says Abu Dhabi's boring? My goodness me, it may not be a very good track, but I've got to say, the racing here tonight and last night, it's been phenomenal, hasn't it? And it's been a really good end to what has been a really good season in Super. 3 laps to go then. Lucas is the gap is 4.9 seconds. I think he's got it covered. Lucas has. Not Murphy in second, not that bad third, and John Cox in 4th position. All the guys that are in elite next season are in the 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. The man who's coming down from elite is 5th. So my goodness me then. So that's looking very strong for T7 next season. But yeah, you can tell why the top 4 are going into elite next season, can you? John Cox has had a bit of a difficult day, but yeah, it's still in 4th position. And then we have not that bad Murphy and Lucas that are kind of in a league of their own tonight, aren't they? Again, Matt there is still keeping tabs there, isn't he? With still keeping tabs there with T-Sammy. As Sven now has dropped down into 13th position. There's Woody is now to 12th position. I think that's as hot as he's going to be, the Ferrari driver. He was right in the mix, wasn't he? Until it went slightly awry there, didn't it? And Murphy's got it down to 4 seconds then. So maybe this is a done and dusted. Yeah, is it? We still have a couple more laps to go in this race. We still have 2 more laps to go. So it's not not all over yet, everyone. So bear with us. This could be an incredible finale then. On board, look who's in the foreground there. That's that is John Cox, who is done 15 laps on those hot on those medium tyres. Sven's done 17 laps and is really struggling. John Cox is now the same now. So they're all starting to bunch up here then. Lucas has still got a 5-second gap over Murphy. Murphy's got a 4-second gap over, not that bad. John Cox is now going to be under almighty pressure here to keep his 4th position then. And I was saying that he's had a difficult race then. He's still done a good job, hasn't he, to keep himself in 4th position then. And as they come down the back straight then. And they see then T-Sammy is now look at this, and he's gaining. John Cox is going to defend, and he is defending, and he wants to keep this 4th position. T-Sammy's going to go on the outside. John Cox is just going to break much later, and he keeps to one side. Now Matt is going to get involved as well, and we got one more battle here for IRC Super in 2019 season 6. And look, T-Sammy is going to go on the outside. He is on the outside. He is through and up into 5th position, or is he? Yes, he is. And he swoops through, and I got to say, T-Sammy from 18th on the grid to 4th is impressive stuff indeed, isn't it? John Cox then is down to 5th there. His tyres are screaming, and they're 15 laps old. 18 laps old is Sven there, so Sven's tyres are also in pretty poor condition, I got to say. John Cox has gone wide there. Matt then, it's only a matter of time, I think. So we're on the final lap, the final run here of season 6. And I gotta say, it's been a belter, hasn't it? Steve is now in front of Brown. Steve is now in front of Brown, and he's up into no, he ain't. Brown's back in front of Steve. They're fighting wheel to wheel. Goodness, oh, those aren't Steve. They're almost going sideways there. Back to this battle here, and this is it then. This is one more run then here in Abu Dhabi then. Lucas is just is almost half a minute in front of these guys then, as Matt has gone very wide there. You can see then he is just trying to minimise the slip angle, isn't he? And he is going to be. He's going to be very interested in that 5th position, isn't he? And John Cox, I think it was going to be very difficult for John Cox to defend then. Lucas is still in front there. to make sure that he is still there. John has got a 3-second penalty. Matt is now going to have DRS. And look at this. He is going to be very close. John has already gone defense. And Matt is just like slipstreaming. John is just weaving to try and break the slipstream, but I think it's all in vain because Matt is up into 5th position. Not about to got another penalty. Oh my goodness me, they're really racking up at there. And John is going to go on the outside, but Matt there is through and up into 5th position. Then yellow flag 1-2. Gustavo is gone. Stee is gone. Stee is gone as well. And Brown there is I don't know what's happened there, but there's all sorts of stuff that's happened there. And my goodness me, Lucas wins the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix, his first appearance in Super, and he's done a great job. Murphy is second. Oh, he's only 6/10 of a second away from the win there, and not that bad there is celebrating his world championship in fine style there for not that bad. He won this championship back in Brazil. The job was done, and an incredible driver theory. Remember what his stats are this season for not that bad: 8 wins in 12 podiums, 6 fastest laps. That is why he is the champion. And you can see that he's doing donuts. T Sammy is in 3rd position. Matt is in 4th. No, Matt is in 3rd position. Great drive from Matt and getting a podium. T Sammy 4th. John Cox 5th. Here is not that bad then. He is just celebrating because he has done an almighty job this season. And I got to say, a well-deserved winner. And I'm looking forward to seeing what he can do in Elite, which is going to be Wednesdays next season. And well, I think this race has been an incredible race for celebration, hasn't it? Not bad. I think he's just enjoyed himself today, hasn't he? He went on a slightly different strategy, but at the end there, I think that he's just yeah, he knows he's on the stream. And I gotta say, these are some lovely donuts. I'm a man who knows about food, and I say that's a perfectly good donut. Well done to Not That Bad. Congratulations, a worthy champion today. And I've got to say, he will be in action on Wednesdays next year. So really good stuff. Fizzy will finish 9th position in the end. Woody will take 10th position. Woody will take 9th position. 10th position is Fizzy, and Not That Bad will finish in 11th in the end. He's completely destroyed those tyres, but what a championship celebration for Not That Bad. He ends it in style, doesn't he, today? Brilliant. But Lucas there, who of course his first Super appearance, and he's on the top of the podium, Lucas is, and I think a good drive today for Lucas there, possibly what could have been yesterday, but today really good drive there, controlled, didn't he? Murphy there, second, 2 races there, he was second in Bahrain, he was second in Abu Dhabi. I think he likes it over here, doesn't he? So well done to Murphy. And 3rd position, and Matt ends the season with a strong podium position there for Matt, and that will propel him, I think, past Asdog and up into 4th position. So good stuff indeed. Then let's take a look at the final classification from the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. Lucas 3-second penalty. Look how close Murphy was to winning it. The Irishman could have stolen it to death there, Murphy could have. But yeah, Lucas winning, brilliant stuff. Murphy in 2nd position, Matt there getting 3rd position, which I think, it might be close. I might have to get the calculator out. Matt is in 3rd position, T Sammy 4th, Asdog 5th, John Cox in 6th, Sprint 7th, Brown 8th, Woody 9th, Fizzy in 10th position. The champion, Not That Bad, would have been 3rd, was just celebrating. And retirement, Steve, Snap, Sven, Roscoe, PB, Hog, Dave and JJ all retired from Abu Dhabi, the 21st and final race of IRC Super. John Cox just said disappointed, but good recovery drive. Yeah, it was a very good recovery drive for John Cox after it went a bit awry, didn't it, in the opening corner again, like yesterday. I would say an absolutely fantastic season it has been in IRC Super Season 6. Brilliant stuff indeed. Not that bad. Just let's go through the stats again. 18 starts this season with 2 pole positions and 8 wins, 12 podiums, 6 fastest laps, and only 3 DNFs this season. That has been the key figure. The DNFs is really what has won in this championship, hasn't it? And that incredible run between Canada, Belgium, France, Austria was just before he went off on holiday. That really also clinched in the title, didn't it? Where he was 5th, where his first, third, and first again. Well, and also the first couple of races as well. There, he won 4 out of 4. Thought not that bad. Wow, he does live up to his name. He's really not that bad, is he? He will be in Wednesday. He'll be racing Wednesday night, won't he? So next season. So looking forward to that, isn't he? Of course. So Wednesdays is looking very strong. Remember, we got Nosey, the champion of last season Super is in that league. We got now not that bad season 6 champion in there. Of course, we got Carton returning. We got Slim returning as well in the lead. My goodness me, and of course Deneen as well, the elite champion. Oh, looking very good as well. Super next season is wide open, isn't it? I mean, we got the usual crew, haven't we? The fan favourites that will be returning next season. We'll have Double Back. We'll have Steve, Asdog, Brown, Matt, Penny, Harry Hogg, JJ, Sven, Snap, Fizzy, Roscoe, Dave, Woody and Timmy will all be racing next season, along with T Sammy, along with Maxi as well. My goodness me, that is going to be fantastic stuff, isn't it? Next season will be starting in January 2020. I think it's the 8th and 9th, isn't it? Let me just check my diary. It is actually, yes, it is the 8th for Elite, the 9th for Super. Keep an eye out. Of course, the draw was last night for Elite, so keep if you want to review that as well, it is on the IRC. It's on the IRC channel. The Super draw is on Saturday. Keep an eye out for that as well. Who is going to be driving with who? Who's going to be partnered up? It's going to be very interesting as well. Over the course the next couple of days as well, we'll have a lot of Elite League highlights as well, and also there'll be a Super League season review as well. Will be coming out in the next few days as well. So keep an eye on the channel. So it's going to be still a busy Christmas. That's some good things to get your teeth into over the Christmas period. Thank you for joining us this season. It's been a fantastic season. Not that bad. Brilliant stuff this season. And congratulations to the top 3, John Cox, Are You Racing, and Not That Bad promotion. Well deserved. Anyway, from here though, it's goodbye.